Say it because Mike's honest, explains everything clearly, and gives straightforward pricing with no surprises. That's why HBNUSA.com is the only company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and windows and door replacement. If your bathroom's outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful, low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. And check this out. You call my buddy Mike the Home Builder now, and he'll give you an additional $500 off your bath project. Call 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814. Or visit HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, we'll talk to Emily the Movie Girl. Find out what she watched this weekend, what she suggests. 5 o'clock hour, we have trivia. We'll end it up with sports and our buddy Ray Trinley from TK Law. And we'll do You Heard It Here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you can call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, on X. It's just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can watch us do the show. Check out us on the air. Get into our chat room. All the fun stuff. We'll have a question of the day in just a few. And if you want to send a talk back, get your voice heard, that's easy as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go straight to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air. It's that simple.
Turn you into a superstar.
Yeah, by the way, you don't have to wait for us to bring anything up. You're certainly welcome to just kind of pose something to us. I'm about to do that very thing.
Oh, are you?
And by the way, I love stuff that I'm about to ask you. So if you're out
so
there,
do we.
And you get
Right,
interested,
Jack? We love that.
If you
Yes.
get super interested in the weird stuff that nobody thinks about, please send it to me. I'll steal it, won't give you credit for it, and take all of it for myself. I have one simple look. There's a bunch of stuff out there right now, but I was thinking about something this morning, and I want to start off by asking this question. I will not belabor. Is it belager?
Belabor
Beleaguer?
the point.
I will not continue on with this.
Okay.
Belabor.
Let me ask you guys a quick question. I was just thinking about this today.
You think of the strangest things, by
This
the way.
one's going to be strange. I'm going to straight up. This is not what we're basing the show on, but this is what was on top of my mind when we came in today.
Belabor. Belabor.
Okay, very nice. I had it right. I actually changed it to the G
Thank you.
because I thought I had it wrong.
I did not even know that word existed until you two fought over
Thank
it.
you so much. I appreciate
That's
that.
going for changing it.
It is very nice. Here's my question. Do you think Donald Trump shaves himself? Do you think Donald Trump shaves his face? Do you think Joe Biden shaved himself? Or do you think there's a White House I do not believe that.
Like a valet?
I think there's a White House barber or a White House person
Is that what you're calling Natalie?
that we never hear about, but there's no way that Trump or Joe Biden shaved their own face, right? No way possible. No way those two guys,
Don't you think?
80 years old, 80 plus years old, you see those guys shaving every day, every 2 days, rolling up to the mirror, lathering up, getting a blade, shaving perfectly. You think that happens?
I mean, yeah.
You think so? You think Donald Trump shaves his own face?
Don't you think it's less of a security risk than having someone else shave you?
Yeah, but
Yeah, good point.
I would agree with that.
Oh.
But I do not believe that he does. I think there has to be somebody in the White House, every day when he wakes up, because he's cleanly shorn every single day.
Yeah.
His hair is a completely different question altogether, and that's from years back. It has nothing to do with this. But Biden, I would say the same thing. Relatively older, maybe not as steady-handed, has to have somebody do that for them. I do not see those guys shaving every single day. Jack, for a long time, you shaved every day of your life, did you not?
Yes.
Yeah. Russ shaves every day of his life, or he did for a while. Now he's got a little beard, but he would come in cleanly shaved. I would ask him, like, how do you do that every day? And he goes, well, I just like to do it every day because I shave about once every 3 days. I get a little stubble, then I shave. Shave this morning, and that's what made me think of this. And I agree. I do. It's like, it's really kind of weird that somebody would be that close to a president's face with with what could be, a murder weapon.
That for that reason alone, and I hadn't thought about that, but for that reason alone, I can't imagine that the Secret Service would allow, even if they were vetted.
Right.
Even if they were vetted, I would see them using an electric razor, an electric shaver before they would allow anyone to come in with a straight blade or even one of those 5 thingies.
And does your beard grow at the same rate as it does when
good
you're
point.
younger? Like when you get older, does it kind of slow the growth?
Did you guys?
Well, he's fair skinned. I mean, he's fair haired. I mean, Trump does not dye his hair, and Biden was gray headed. So, I mean, either way, I would think that even if they have but there's no way those guys you can be seen as a president with even stubble. That's an everyday shave scenario without question.
Yes, agreed.
Now, did you have to shave more often when you were younger?
I have literally shaved the exact same way every single time since I've been 16 years old shaving. I shave unless I have something coming up that I have to be cleanly shorn for, I shave about every 3 days. Like I shave today, I won't shave again probably until Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I have a term called acceptable stubble. And I think this is acceptable office stubble when it starts growing down your neck and when it gets weird.
Yeah. That's a look.
Yeah. Jack, are you perplexed by this?
I'm wondering because
I mean, come on, dude.
There's a question we used to ask way back when, and do you think like Prince Charles or now King Charles gets a new bar of soap every day?
No, I do not.
You think he'll keep the same bar of
Yes,
soap? Okay.
I do. If that was the case, I do believe that. I remember Jim talking about that. I just think the technical service saw that. But I'm talking about and I think he probably bathed himself. I mean, they probably bathed himself. I mean, could have a valet for that as well. Because again, when you get to be 80 years old, it's not even about whether or not you can bathe yourself. It's how safe you are while in the shower. It's one of the most vulnerable places as you get older to be.
The aristocracy. Wait, I knew I was going to go for that one.
Aristocrat?
Yeah.
Aristocracy, is that what you're going to say?
Oh,
the
and then he got it right. Yeah.
The aristocracy. You used to have your valet or valet, I think they also called them on Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
Your valet. They would dress you as well. You wouldn't even dress yourself.
Right.
Yeah, which is where we learned that's why women's buttons are on the left, because when buttons were first introduced, they were expensive.
Sure.
Only rich women could afford them. And 9 times out of 10, you had your ladies in waiting who would be the ones buttoning your gown or whatever, not you.
And I believe that Trump probably and Biden as well, maybe not even with Biden, because I think he was a little bit more feeble, but I believe that they probably dress themselves, but I bet somebody probably helps them put their tie on. And get it kind of get dialed in. That's what I think. But I do not believe that those two guys shave themselves. I think they have to have somebody that does that. They get up in the morning, they get ready, they go into an area where they can be shaved, have their hair done or whatever the case may be. With Biden, it would have been easy. Trump's a little bit more unmanageable.
Did Obama shave himself?
Yes, Obama shaved himself.
Did Clinton?
Yes.
George W?
Yes.
George Senior?
That's a toss up, but how old was how old was Senior when he got out? He was in his 70s for sure, right?
Not as old as Reagan was.
W was like in his 60s when he got out.
Yeah.
So Obama was in his early 50s or mid 50s when he got out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I believe all the younger guys probably still did it, but I just do not believe that Trump or Biden shaved themselves. I think they have somebody that does it for them. They probably have a chair in there, but I've never heard this talked about in the context of the White House or the presidency. about how is there a White House barber?
If we have a human printer, we could have a human shaver.
Well, the thing is, with the White House barber, you talk about being vetted.
Yeah.
I believe wholeheartedly
Sure.
there could be somebody that stays on property or comes there every day,
Yeah.
and that they're a hardcore Republican, maybe a barbershop owner that was a massive follower or supporter of Trump and or Biden that would offer those services up. They would go through that. I can't say that there's nobody in the room. There's maybe an AR on the dude while he's doing it. Who knows?
Here's a hot take. I would say prior to this administration that they didn't vet the political party of the working staff like a barber.
Oh yeah. There's no question they probably did. I don't know.
You think?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Like the cook or anything.
Oh yeah.
I think at that level you're vetted regardless of how you vote.
Yeah. I heard that also one of the reasons Trump eats a lot of McDonald's is because he is fearful of somebody poisoning him, and I've read that he thinks the chances of him being poisoned at a random McDonald's, especially if they don't know who they're ordering the food. Of course, he's not rolling through the driveway in the Beast.
Yeah.
Through the drive-through. Hey, I want 2 Whoppers. He's not doing that. Somebody's doing it for him, and they're giving him the burgers. But I heard that that's one of the reasons he eats a lot of fast food is he thinks it's safer than food that's coming from other sources when it comes to, somebody doing something stupid.
Just saw a story today about his weight, how it's...
Yeah, he's
put
gained
on
like 23 pounds or something since taking office in the second term.
Yeah, now I feel bad about me eating McDonald's yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, you ate McDonald's yesterday?
I did.
God bless you, really. Man, I haven't Mickey D since
my wife was working and I didn't want to go.
Oh, yeah. Since my bad blood work, I haven't had any fast food. Like Chick-fil-A once. That's
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I got to be better at it, and I'm down below 220, which is great, but, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I didn't say I'm happy. I healthy doesn't mean happy.
Yeah. When are you, though?
When I have a Pepsi in front of me, that's when I'm super happy.
I thought you were going to get a Pepsi Zero.
I got a Pepsi Zero right there. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like ass.
It does not.
It does. It tastes just like ass. It does. It's horrible comparatively.
It does not.
All right, 407. We're not getting into this again.
You are the last person we could trust about tasting.
I know.
Yeah. What notes do you get out of that one?
Speaking of tasting, dude, we crushed Magical Dining this weekend. And I'm going to tell you something straight up, dude. If you're out there and you love good food and you're not taking advantage of this time of year during Magical Dining, and I'll tell you why. I got a little history on this. I'll give you a heads up. All right. So when this thing first started, a lot of restaurant owners did it begrudgingly. They did it because they felt they had to because other restaurants that were competitors did it. So they kind of tagged along because they felt they had to. That idea, that vibe has completely changed, dude. Even the best restaurants. We went to 2 really good ones this weekend. Or my wife went to one and went to 2, and I went to 1. She went with a friend to another and had 2 amazing experiences. Went to Ocean Prime this weekend.
Oh, love them.
They brought in food for us a couple weeks ago, and it was spectacular. Traveled. It was unbelievable.
I was jealous of that place, just seeing the pictures from Jack and Naomi's anniversary dinner. They really did that nice.
Unbelievable. I cannot recommend that menu more. And let me tell you something. When you walk in, they have the Magical Dining menu up front.
Oh,
it's like
wow.
on top for you. And then my wife went with a friend of hers to a place at the JW Marriott, which actually where Taste is this weekend, I believe, right? The Orlando Marriott, for a restaurant called Illume. I'd never even heard of it. She said it was top 3 magical experiences she's ever had. We've gone every year for 10 plus years.
Oh, wow.
She said it was that amazing. Actually, Jack put some of the photos up this weekend.
Yeah. I'll post those up right now. The food looked great, but according to Tori, it tasted great as well, huh?
Yeah. Not to mention, you have a view of the fireworks from Disney when they go off. She had to go early because I messed up her reservation, so she went at like 6:00, a little bit after that. But there was a giant rainbow, like as they're eating their food. She says it was next level. So if you are a foodie, take advantage of this time. These restaurants are really rolling out the red carpet and treating people with great. I mean, Ocean Prime was amazing. I mean, the food was amazing. The service was amazing. So good. Also,
that's magicaldining.com.
Yeah, magicaldining.com. And it's very easy to navigate. You can go to your area of town, a style of food, whatever you want to do. Also, a couple other things. We have so much to do today. My daughter went to a wedding this weekend in Boston, right? And she came back, and I was like, well, tell me all about the wedding. And as she's telling me about the wedding, I'm like, well, that's different. That's different. That's different. And she's like shaking her head. And I said, was there anything in this wedding very traditional? She said, yeah, there was one thing, but they didn't do anything. Well, then she starts talking to 2 other girls that are getting married in that wedding party. And guys, let me tell you, the idea of the traditional like wedding that we've known of for years is dead. Like no young people are doing any of that stuff anymore. Like the entire idea of the wedding ceremony is being blown apart and recalculated by these wedding planners. Jack, you said you had one in your family.
Well, yeah, I have a wedding, and she lives in North Carolina. She has a very successful wedding business. She goes to Expo. She speaks to conventions about wedding planning and whatnot. I'm interested to hear what the changes are that your daughter encountered.
Yeah, there's only one that they still do that I felt kind of like, wow, they do that one, huh? But all the others have kind of blown out. So we'll talk about.
They stop asking people if anyone speak up if they don't think they should get married.
That's one of the greatest SNL bets of all time, by the way. Plus a bunch of other stuff. I heard about a GMC policy today I'd never heard about, and tons and tons and tons of other fun stuff to talk about, plus our features today as well. Deb, you got some news for us?
Yeah, we're going to talk about 3 Floridians were struck by lightning Sunday. New Florida graduates face a tough job market, and they're popping out of the sewers again.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, we'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. Let's take a little break. We'll come back and do Deb's News and continue on with the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Music Weekends are classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Things are pretty mellow for the most part. If you're starting your ride or just grabbing a bite to eat, you won't be running into any problems on the major roadways. There are a couple things to look out for near the amusement parks. An accident at the intersection where I Drive meets Sea Harbor Drive. An accident off to the shoulder on State Road 535 near Osceola Parkway. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
Man, here in Central Florida, I know one thing for sure during the summer. You better have an AC company that's ready to come to your rescue if something goes bad, because we all know 1 hour in your home without AC is absolutely brutal. Let Mills Air give you that comfort that you always have a company right behind you when your AC quits. These guys are all about that life. They've been doing this since 92. That's 30 plus years of experience in keeping you and your family nice and cool all summer long. And their techs, they're awesome people, and they know these systems inside and out. Plus, they'll never make you feel uncomfortable when they're in your home working. Plus, these guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That is super important. It can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. And you can always turn to the experts at Carrier. And certainly, let me tell you, always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Are you ready to fall in love with your career again? Want to be part of the #1 real estate team in all of Central Florida? If you're looking for more opportunities, more support, and more success, it's time to join the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. With the Nickley Group, you'll get the coaching, resources, and team environment you need to grow your business. Take your career to the next level. Go to thenickley.com and click on the Join Our Team button, or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Orlando.
For decades, millions have trusted AmScott when life happens. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Simple, reliable, AmScott. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. I can get you pre-approved in as little as 1 day, even if you're a first-time homebuyer. Get answers today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
You don't pay for iHeartRadio. Our advertisers do. That's why it's always been and always will be 100% free. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now, all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a Jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down.
As we get closer to week 1. It's crazy, and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Hey, JC and Posse.
What up,
It's a good question about shaving in the presidents. I personally think that there's a certain percentage of the Secret Service that has to go to barber college and take care of these gentlemen. My biggest question, though, is was Trump's straight razor gold and huge?
I don't think it's a straight razor, buddy.
Upside down, y'all.
I don't think you're getting near that cat with a straight razor. Not a chance. Maybe a safety razor, max. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that. I hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a good weekend, man. It was a banner weekend this weekend.
Yes, it was.
So nice. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jake is here as well.
Yeah.
And Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News. Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Today is the 34th anniversary of Category 5 Hurricane Andrew.
Is it really?
Yeah, Andrew made landfall before dawn on August 24th, 1992, near Homestead in South Miami-Dade County, packing maximum sustained winds of 165 miles per hour. It had grown from a Category 1 to a 5 in less than 36 hours. I forgot that about Andrew.
Right, yeah.
More than 25,000 homes were destroyed and 250,000 people were left homeless in that county alone.
Right, yeah.
Just in Miami-Dade County, you had 250,000 people left homeless.
I mean, it wiped Homestead off. I mean,
the map.
it turned it into a slab city.
Exactly. I can still see the photos of what South Florida looked like, the neighborhoods where you could figure out which street you lived on.
You know, it looked like it hadn't been developed yet.
I know, yeah.
That's what it kind of looked like. It was in the process of being built. It was not that.
So it caused how much money in damage at that time? It still remains one of the costliest hurricanes to hit the U.S.
Help me out with a year there.
1992.
Yeah, okay. I'll go 900 million.
Oh no, I was going to go 35 billion.
Closer, Jack. $27 billion.
Damn it, 91 money?
92.
God, you know what that is right now? Hold on, go ahead.
But I mean, they did say that if it could have been a category higher, if they had a 6, it would have been a 6. It's Andrew and Katrina. They said were like off the mark.
That was the night of Lollapalooza here at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, because I remember driving home, and I was living in Brevard at the time, and going down 95. I was the only one going south on 95. And it was just a long row of headlights going north on 95.
Wow. Well, in the meantime, the tropics are getting active again. The National Hurricane Center is watching 2 areas in the Atlantic with a medium chance of development. One is southeast of Bermuda, while another tropical wave is farther out in the Atlantic. What did you find, Mr. Colbert?
Okay, so it just says this is an inflation calculator I've been using since I've been on the air when topics like this come up, because I find that fascinating. It says, you said $27 billion?
Yes.
$27 billion. I'm going to make sure I have this right. It is right. Actually,
35 years later.
Yeah.
It says 6.4
trillion.
No. Yeah, 6. Oh no. Hold on. I'm sorry. I missed a zero here.
Oh,
now let me recalculate.
Who gave him the calculator?
64 billion.
64 billion.
Almost 3 times.
Well, when you think that 25,000 homes in one county, 250,000 people left homeless in one county, I mean, that thing just buzz cut across South Florida.
Jack, kiss my ass. Who gave me the calculator? Yeah, and the thing is, it was super tight.
Yes.
It was a really, really super. I mean, Katrina got really big, really fast. It was a much bigger scope storm. This thing was just like a buzzsaw. It was just a glowing purple dot.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
This was the first hurricane that I remember living in Florida for since I moved in 89. And I was taking stuff off the porch of the apartment. I had a couple roommates, and my buddy goes, dude, it's not coming here. You don't have to worry.
It was crazy.
You just thought it said Florida. It just affects everyone.
Yeah. I was like, I guess I'll take loose things off the porch.
You don't mess around with it. All right, 3 people were struck by lightning yesterday in South Florida, with at least 2 not surviving.
Oh, man.
Hollywood Memorial Emergency Room doctor, Dr. Randy Katz, says the best way to prevent being struck is to seek shelter.
You hear the lightning alarms go off. If you hear thunder, it's time to go inside. But there is that false sense of security both on the front end and back end of the storm that the general public needs to be aware of.
Now, before this weekend, there had been 9 lightning fatalities in 2026 nationwide, with 2 reported in Florida. But on Sunday, 40-year-old Kenya Glasgow and her 2-year-old daughter were struck and killed in Margate. And then in Boynton Beach, a 10-year-old boy was hit by lightning and transported as a pediatric trauma alert and cardiac arrest.
Wow.
All right, there are several cooling locations in Orange County as residents prepare for another week of hot temperatures. They include Orange County parks and rec locations, as well as splash pads, libraries, and community centers. There are over 24 spots that are now open year-round. Folks can also get free rides from Lynx when the heat index reaches 103 degrees, and today would qualify. Last I checked, it was 94 with a feels like of 104.
This week is supposed to be one of the hottest ever.
But it's like what you were saying it's really what we need to gear up for is that fun El Nino.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Florida gas prices are largely unchanged. AAA reports the statewide average for regular unleaded is $3.85 a gallon. That's the same as a week ago. That's not bad. It is 92 cents higher than this time last year. AAA says Florida drivers didn't see much movement, even though the price of crude oil and gasoline futures rose last week. West Palm Beach, no surprise, has the state's highest gas prices at just over $4 a gallon, while parts of the Panhandle have some of the lowest prices.
I think I paid $3.86 on Friday.
Not bad.
Yeah.
$3.64 BJ's, y'all.
Okay. Thanks, Jack.
However, what I did notice...
I need to learn to stop saying that so Jack cannot say that.
And
I prompt Jack for making me mad.
You do.
I had to get gas this month.
Oh, you mother.
But I did
everybody out there driving a diesel right now, pulling around a landscape trailer, what's coming here to shoot you in the face?
I did hear a new term about station cycling gas prices. And so what they do, because I've noticed it drop a little bit, and lately it's been, what was in the news about Iran to cause it to go up or down, right? So, but the station cycling is, they'll lower it. They're still paying the same. They lower it to pull in new business, and then to make up the losses, they'll boost it again.
Yeah, gotcha, yeah.
Well, I'm just happy they're keeping it at $3.99.
Yeah,
between $3.85 and $3.99.
And I was thinking about that again last night because no station wants to be the first one to put the four on the board.
Exactly.
Because once you do, I mean, people will just keep driving until they get to any that says a 3. It could be a 4-cent difference.
Dude, I told you, I did that in Mount Dora. I did that very thing. I pulled into, whether it was a racetrack or whatever, and it was $4.13, and the 7-Eleven across the street was like $3.98. I'm like, well, what am I doing?
Right, exactly.
It's like $2, but I felt like a complete douche for even thinking about it.
Well, recent college grads face a frozen job market as entry-level hiring plummets. Young adult unemployment has climbed to over 5%, outpacing the national average. Corporate tech layoffs and artificial intelligence are phasing out traditional starter roles, making first career steps harder to secure. Florida economists warn a lack of high-paying opportunities is forcing grads to launch careers out of state.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the Canadian snowbird may not become extinct, but there could be far fewer here as President Trump vows to raise tariffs on imports of cars, trucks, and auto parts from Canada to 50%.
The perception among Canadians is that they are not welcome here. They're not highly regarded.
FIU finance professor Deanne Butchie says if the Canucks stay away, Florida's tourism, economy, and real estate markets will take direct hits. Visit Florida says only 17 million Canadians visited Florida during the first half of this year. That's down what percent from last year?
How many did you say?
Only 17 million.
Oh, man. What percentage is that down?
How much down percentage-wise is that from just last year?
35.
25.
14%.
Okay.
But still, 14%.
Yeah.
That's a
big number.
That's a big number. All right, a federal judge has ruled Florida International University school officials likely violated the First Amendment rights of students who staged a silent anti-ICE protest on campus last spring. This was something Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel had wrote about and we had talked about. The judge ordered FIU to stop enforcing its ban on indoor, quote, expressive activities, end quote, and temporarily halted disciplinary action against 7 students who wore Ice Off FIU t-shirts during a campus event. It's not clear what legal steps FIU will take in the immediate future. Fall semester classes at the university begin today.
How do you get to that level in academia and still not understand the Constitution and the Bill of Rights?
I do not know. I do, especially when it was silent. It wasn't disruptive.
Read the sentence again. What was the what was the command? Is like what was it? What activities? What was the? How's it?
If FIU to stop enforcing its ban on indoor expressive activities.
Right, exactly. Whatever you do, no expressive activities.
Yeah.
No First Amendment stuff, please.
I think this is what you get when you put appointees in positions.
Wow.
Who used to serve in state government and now all of a sudden they're becoming university presidents. And that's that. I have a real issue with that.
I gotta tell you, regardless of where you are on either side of that, that should horrify you.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you should have the right to feel the other way as well.
Yeah.
Right? That should make you very angry.
But don't be expressive about it.
Yeah. Just stay cool.
The father of a USS Abraham Lincoln sailor is awaiting deportation after being picked up by immigration officials officials during a traffic stop in Key West. American Friends Service Committee's Maria Balboa says he's not alone in Florida.
I'm hearing about people who are going to the gas station, are going to buy food or bicycle things that they have to do every day, or they are going to work and they are being handed by ICE.
She says it's forcing immigrants to stay in hiding and urges politicians to fight for immigration reform. The Department of Homeland Security says Luis Manuel Aviles, a Nicaraguan native, entered the country illegally, although his family says, listen, he has a legit work permit. His son, Joshua Aviles, posted on social media that they had been waiting for his green card to be approved.
Wow, man. I read that story today. It was a little bit heartbreaking.
Oh, very heartbreaking. Very. All right. The wife of suspended Palm Beach County Clerk of Court Mike Caruso, who's more of a monster than any of us could have imagined, is resigning from some boards that she was appointed to. Tracy Caruso says she wants to devote her attention to supporting her husband as he fights child sex abuse charges. Good luck with that.
Good Lord.
She announced today that she is leaving the Palm Beach County Housing and Finance Authority, the Healthcare District of Palm Beach County, and the Palm Beach State College District Board of Trustees. In a statement, Caruso says she knows her husband, loves him, believes him, and believes in, quote, his innocence, end quote. She says she's stepping down from the public board so that the allegations against her husband don't become a distraction from the organization.
And I guess we all should really feel that way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we should all feel that way. Theoretically, we
About
should
your
say,
spouse?
well, no. About the, about your spouse for sure. But what,
innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some pretty solid evidence. I mean, but as of now, that must be very difficult for a wife to hear those things and even think that's the case. But all she has to do is look at his mugshot and say, well, I mean, he may have not done anything yet, but
yeah, he looks like he's
God, he looks like a lizard.
Shortly after progressive Democratic State Representative Angie Nixon upset U.S. Army veteran Alex Vindman in the primary for U.S. Senate, the outlook for the general election contest shifted. University of Central Florida political science professor Dr. Aubrey Jewett says the conventional wisdom of political analysts would be that Vindman, as the establishment-backed candidate, would have posed a bigger challenge to Ashley Moody.
Even if a majority of the Democratic base wants a progressive Democratic socialist, I haven't seen any evidence that the majority of Floridians want a progressive Democratic socialist, right? I mean, the polling just doesn't show that.
Now, entering the general election campaign, Moody has more than $8.4 million available compared to $260,000 by Nixon. Nixon is also set to be in court the week of September 21st for her arrest during a sit-in at Governor Ron DeSantis' office in May over redistricting. Speaking of the governor, you may be seeing more of the governor on the campaign trail. While Governor Ron DeSantis kept a pretty low profile during the primary, Politico.com reported yesterday he is expected to make lots of appearances for other Republicans going into November. CFO Blaise Ngolia says DeSantis knows how important this state is to the national discourse. An unnamed GOP operative tells Politico if DeSantis helps other Republicans get elected, it would help him rebuild relationships he doesn't have right now. Aww. All right, and then other news. A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket is set to light up the early morning sky Tuesday as it launches 29 Starlink satellites from Cape Canaveral. It might be worth setting your alarm for this one. I always get mad when I miss this.
Was this the big one or something? Or?
No, a liftoff is scheduled for 5:33 a.m., and the launch could create a glowing jellyfish effect in the sky. Have you seen the photos of that?
I saw the photos of the last one. It was pretty crazy looking.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Forecasters say there's a 90% chance of favorable weather.
Right.
Would love to see that. This next one I would not love to see.
That jellyfish led 5 people in Lake County to go, God's here. He's back.
Hey, SpaceX launches did the same things out in California.
He's
what
back.
the hell is that?
I knew it the whole time. It was going to be August of this year.
Oh, well, New York City police are investigating another sewer incident following a viral video on social media.
These things are a little crazy. It's kind of wild.
Terrifies me.
Right, just have a camera shooting it at some manhole, and all of a sudden that thing erupts into a party.
So footage posted on Friday shows 3 people in overalls and headlamps.
Yeah.
Emerging from a manhole at 32nd Street and 7th Avenue. The person who posted the clip tells NBC News, sorry for the pee-pop, they took the video last Tuesday on August 18th around 4 a.m. It's the lizard people.
It is, man.
A spokesperson for the NYPD says they're looking into the incident. However, no arrests have been made. It comes after videos of people popping out of the sewer made the rounds a few months ago, prompting a separate police probe that found no threat to the public or damage to the sewer system. Y'all,
it's wild.
I'm not going to be okay if I'm just staring out the window at 4 o'clock in the morning and 3 randos pop out of a sewer.
And that other one was like by the sidewalk or something. People were just walking around. All of a sudden, that lid just started rumbling around, and the dude just started appearing.
I am not going to.
That's what I run.
I'm just. I don't care how much the
I'm not going to stick around and find out what the sewer people want.
Exactly.
I'm going to find out from somebody else. I'll read the paper the next morning. I don't know what the sewer people want. I don't want to know.
I'll pass on that interview.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's where you're staying, dog.
Right, exactly. Oh, there's got to be better accommodations. I know housing in this country is expensive.
There's a DoubleTree across the street.
Instead of the W. And that concludes your JCS News.
And you smell, too.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Robots don't get sarcasm. We bathe in it. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another hot and humid day, a little above normal, with highs reaching the mid-90s this afternoon in Orlando with a high of around 94 degrees. We'll also be dodging a couple of hit and miss afternoon and evening showers and storms. These will be very hit and miss since we're only expecting about a 30% chance of rain today. We'll see about a 40% chance tomorrow and even higher chances through the end of the week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging. August is National Wellness Month. This is the best opportunity for you to get over and get your scan. The best investment this August is your health. Your health is your wealth. Make August the month you stop wondering and start knowing. Here's the deal, man. Heart disease and many cancers will often develop silently, no symptoms. You can't wait until you don't feel well to take control of your health. That is called being reactive. What you want to do is be proactive, because feeling healthy doesn't always mean you are healthy. That's why early detection is so important. It is the best form of wellness. That is prevention. And that's why we want to get you over to Life Imaging and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And remember, there are no dyes. You do not take off your clothes. No injections. None of that stuff. You actually go in, only takes a few minutes. Then you find out exactly how your heart is doing. If there's issues, well, then you can go to the doctor and take care of that. If none, schedule another scan for a couple years from now, and then off you go. But that peace of mind is absolutely necessary. And when you get it, you will feel amazing. And it's so easy to make your appointment to feel that exact thing. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. And guys, please, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because for sure, early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
That's Elena's family group chat. Someone's always sending a blessing
or starting a poll about the baby shower theme at midnight.
With Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's always in the loop, whether she wants to be or not. Switch to Total Wireless Total Starter Plan or higher and get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G on us. And from now until September 1st, get free activation by skipping the access charge. Go to your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited.
Thinking about upgrading your sleep? Now is the time to shop Sleep Number. Trusted by millions for nearly 40 years, Sleep Number offers superior comfort, personalized adjustability, temperature benefits, and value that is unmatched in the industry. And right now, during the Sleep Number Labor Day sale, all mattresses are on sale. Invest in your sleep and experience firsthand Sleep Number's personalized comfort. Stop by a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com to learn more.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. it finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Russ Rollins here. When friends ask me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I give them the same answer all the time. Mike the Home Builder, HBNUSA.com. Mike's a 4th-generation contractor with more than 36 years of experience. I trust HBN USA because Mike's honest, explains everything clearly, and gives straightforward pricing with no surprises. That's why HBNUSA.com is the only company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and windows and door replacement. If your bathroom's outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful, low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. And check this out. You call my buddy Mike the Home Builder now, and he'll give you an additional $500 off your bath project. Call 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814. Or visit HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Hi, this is Mark Spain. When you get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can sell your home stress-free and avoid the hassle of costly repairs. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
The future of cornhole is here. From casual backyard games to professional ACL tournaments, the Cornhole app is your all-in-one hub for the game you love. Keep score, track stats, follow your favorite players, and manage leagues and tournaments with powerful event tools. Whether you're a brand new player or an ACL pro, the Cornhole app connects you to the entire Cornhole community. Download the Cornhole app today.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleegroup.com.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
In New York City, they did find one man laying dead next to an open manhole. And at first they suspected foul play, but then they ruled it suicide. All right, I'm going to go pop me an ice cold Pepsi.
You mother. You got to stop, dude.
Suicide.
You have got to stop.
Suicide. Oh,
That's what he said.
I just got it.
You want one more?
Yeah.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Oh.
I don't know if each one of us have a hamster on a wheel in our brain. That's how our brains work. But if we do, Jimmy's hamster's working overtime, man.
Always.
Because these last couple of weeks, these questions he came in with in the morning have been out there, dude.
I'm curious.
What the hell thinks about the president shaving?
I'm truly
That's
curious.
A deep thought, Jimbo.
Hey, let me tell you something. All right, buddy. I'm talking to a recording. Listen.
Let me tell you something. And another thing.
Yeah. I'm talking to a recording, and I'm pissed it's not responding. Michael P., our buddy Michael P., said that ChatGPT said they basically have a fully staffed spa in the White House. Barbers, hairstylists, makeup artists, masseuse, everything they need.
Oh, wow.
But have you ever heard that?
No.
In all of your years, us talking about politics in the White House and everything that hovers around that thing, we've never heard that ever once.
No.
That there was a spa that took care of the staff.
Well, Yeah, I have not heard that. However, I know they had one in Congress. I know they have a barber in there at the Congress. But
yeah, because God forbid they go to Great Clips. Yeah. Like they're people.
Well, they all have the same haircut.
A lot of people were sending it. Milton Pitts is the guy who was the White House barber for Nixon, Reagan, George Bush Sr.
You know what? More stories about Milton Pitts.
He was actually, David Letterman had him on in 82 in the beginning of his show.
Can you imagine the stories? Has that guy written a book?
He died in 94, I think. Yeah.
Oh, God, what kind
at the age of 82. When Clinton famously got a $200 haircut someplace, Milton Pitts called it out. He said that's just showmanship on the part of the barber. After he retired from the White House, he had a shop in Washington, D.C., $25 haircuts.
No way. Yeah. How funny is that? Yeah. What a great book that would be. You think about, would you read a book written by the guy who is shaved or barbed? Is that how you say that? Or shorn or shaved or took care of multiple presidents like that. The stories they must have heard, because those guys never stop moving. Even if they're getting their haircut or whatever, they're completely yammering to their executives. I mean, it would be great.
And yeah, he said he was a Republican, and he did not shy away from giving advice to the presidents. Criticizing Nixon is like on your, you got to do something about your nose. On Gerald Ford, talking about it's like your ties are too loud.
Wow, man, that would be a fascinating. Like if he had journals, could you imagine if that guy kept journals?
Yeah,
and he had like this great wealth of knowledge that he had kind of gleaned from being in those offices and cutting that hair and being around that executive staff. That would be a fascinating read, dude.
Absolutely.
Well, there's actually CBS Sunday Morning had a piece. I think it was, I can't remember where I saw it, but Kennerly, the White House photographer, is getting ready to come out with a book this fall, and it's all the really
the behind the scenes shots.
Yes, yeah. I mean, presidents in pajamas and
wow, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
and
that's
presidents
crazy.
with shaving cream on their face.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. So I saw this story today. I kind of find this interesting because we are in the world of Disney here in Orlando, at least part of us, right? And there are two Disneys. There's obviously Disneyland in California. We have Disney World here, plus all the accoutrement that goes along with Disney. We have the what's the studio called now?
Hollywood Studios.
We have your Epcots. We have your Animal Kingdoms. We have all your fun stuff, the water parks.
Don't forget your Disney's, elsewhere, Paris and Japan.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're there. We're here. So we don't talk about them. So it's funny because Disneyland is actually thinking about returning to, they just had that. What's that thing they have every year, Jack? Disney has that thing every year where they roll out these new ideas.
Days.
No, it's not Gay Days.
No, D23.
What's it, D23? It is D23.
The convention.
Yeah.
It's D23. It's not Gay Days.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're not, quote, not affiliated with Gay Days, everybody.
Yeah. Good cover. But either way, they during this D23 thing, it's usually when the Disney executives and the creative types, the Imagineers kind of, unleash what's coming up new for Disney for the parks all across the world. And it's usually pretty well anticipated, is it not?
Is this type of event the thing Steve Jobs made famous, made it a bigger deal for everyone else?
I would think that this probably does fall along that whole line. I think maybe kind of the TED Talk thing kind of even started from that thing with Jobs.
Yeah,
when they would do that Apple rollout once a year or whatever, and they would, would announce the big thing Apple's
doing.
It's
just one more thing. It's almost like the Columbo thing. One more question.
Yeah, one more, and then it's the most incredible thing ever. Where there has been a bit of an outcry for the return of something for Disney, and I have to tell you, I think there still exists in Orlando, but I guess it does not exist in Disneyland, and they want it back.
Rain cover for the people at Epcot.
No, that's not it. Can I tell you, just rain cover or a heat cover in general would be fine.
They had video over the weekend of the storm that came through. People under Spaceship Earth, but it looked like it. Pretty severe storm moving through.
Really?
One of the wildest things to do when you're at Disney is to go into one of the attractions that's inside, whether it be like the Tiki, especially the Tiki Birds, because it rains as part of the Tiki Bird show. They simulate rain in the rainforest or whatever, and then you go outside and it's rained actually. So you walk outside and it's actually rain. You walk in, it's dead dry. You see a show that there's rain, and I'm like, these guys are good.
Having worked there, though, I can tell you that every single one of the attractions is built to withstand a Cat 5.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, they're built for severe weather structures.
Aren't there shelters? Are they not?
Yes.
Yeah. In a severe scenario, I think they are. As a matter of fact, when we had those hurricanes roll through in 2004, I believe they started talking about that. About if it was necessary.
They're certainly built for that.
That's why I guess that's why they say they never close. They are the last to say, all right,
They are.
close.
And when I was overseas and a hurricane was threatening and Disney closed, I was like, oh, okay, now it's for real. Because that hasn't closed a day since 1971.
Well, they could probably put an assload of people in those tunnels, right? Underneath. There's an entire tunnel system that runs under the parks.
Not even like the attraction I used to work at, which doesn't exist anymore, the Great Movie Ride, that whole structure was built to withstand the worst weather.
Was it really? I mean,
Disney is self-aware enough to realize that not only severe weather, but they're a target.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And matter of fact, we knew that.
They know that.
Yeah, because after 9/11, matter of fact, that breath came through, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's not exactly it. I mean, this obviously is a lot less impactful than that.
It's a small world.
No, I think that still exists in both parks.
Yes.
It's the People Mover.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, they want to bring back the People Mover. They still have People Mover here in Orlando, right? Or is that not? Is the People? There's no way, because that entire structure.
No. We watched the video about that for What You Do That's New. I believe someone signed it.
Yeah, but they have. Isn't that track goes through different attractions? They just leave that there. Yeah, because remember that Gateway to Tomorrow or
right.
Yeah, that thing with that People Mover actually went through that attraction. So that struck. But you know what? They did that to the whatchamacallits, the overhead things. The gondolas. Yeah, they tore all that down, but they left the stanchions up, which was kind of wild. Remember that?
But they have new gondolas now.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is
right.
Why couldn't they bring the People Mover back? Well, I think Orlando still has it. Oh my God, man, we don't know anything.
So.
You don't think so?
Well, no.
When was the last time you guys were at like the Magic Kingdom?
It's been a minute.
I mean,
I can't even.
10, 15 years.
It's been at least that for me.
Yeah.
I think Tori and I have been once since we got married in 2005.
Texters will be coming through any minute.
Oh, yeah. Well, we rely on them. Oh, you're going to be going to Walt Disney World a heck of a lot more.
Yeah,
Grandpa. Pop, take me to see Mickey. And you're
like, sorry, I can't get on the ride. My stomach is queasy.
You know he will be the first one wearing embroidered Mickey ears, eating a turkey leg, buying the grandson the Mickey.
And I'll have my name embroidered on that thing.
Right,
Pop,
absolutely.
Hey, is that Pop? Is it Poo Poo? What is it?
It's Pop Pop,
It's
isn't it?
Pop Pop, dude.
Oh, okay.
That's Lolly and Pop Pop.
Lolly and Pop Pop.
Lolly and Poo Poo.
I love that.
Lollipop. We're going to have them, dude. I'm telling you, I'm going to have those badass ears. I don't give a damn.
You are.
You're going to have sun protection.
I'm going to roll my kid through there covered in chocolate. You're such a dick.
I bet you can't wait for that.
Right.
That's going to be good. Then you'll be skipping your way to the Magic Kingdom.
That's the closest thing to a yarmulke any.
Aaron says they still have the People Mover here at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I thought, man.
I was hoping.
Yeah, but they apparently are trying to bring the one back in Disneyland, and we'll see how it goes. Disneyland in the first week of July welcomed its 1 billionth guest.
Oh,
damn. That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Oh, no big deal. An eighth of the earth has been here.
Exactly. Good business model they have.
Right, exactly. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Jack sent me a story today that's making the rounds. It was absolutely crazy regarding somebody's car. And I don't even know how this happened, but I'll tell you the story next.
Live sketch comedy makes its way to Mount Dora. Join comedians Ross Padgett and Joel Warren on a sketch comedy journey no audience will forget. August 29th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Get tickets at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash at the intersection where Alafaya meets Challenger Parkway near the university. Look out for an accident off to the shoulder on 408 westbound near that I-4 exit. On the major roadways, you won't be expecting too much. School's about to be let out, so expect to run into some slowdowns through those school zones. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print fax tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Faster than your phone charging. Faster than your lunch break. Faster than your commute. At Amscot, walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Are you trapped in a timeshare you don't use, want, or can't get rid of? I endorse Lone Star Transfer. They are a family-owned company that's helped more than 40,000 owners legally and ethically exit their timeshares. I trust them. They'll review your situation, create a customized exit plan designed specifically for you. Please go to LoneStarTransfer.com or call 855-551-7066.
Quiet confidence. It's not what you see, it's what you feel. A suit tailored just for you. A perfectly timed guy's trip. Choosing On Plus nicotine pouches over rough corners and edges. Because some things may look better, but the other things simply feel better. On Plus nicotine pouches with Nico Silk Mesh, the softest pouch on the planet.
Not all varieties available in all geographies. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I move mountains for a living. Literally.
That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
If it fits, it sits. That's why your boy is too legit to quit. That's why the ladies pick me overall, because I'm the best in this. You feel me? It's your boy Big I. What up, y'all? First off, I love the show. I just want to say this. Jim is definitely my white counterpart. Jim's the white version of me, because I have these thoughts too, and I literally had this thought today. It's crazy. I have a question for you guys. Have you ever thought about if you had to broadcast during the apocalypse? And what would you do and how would you feel? Okay, bye.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Hey, Jack Bradshaw. It was great seeing you last night at Austin's. It was a great crowd last night. I need to get Ross there and Ryan. That place is packed every Sunday now. But it was great seeing you. This is Don, who set you down in the corner. Was escorting the blind comic and everything.
Nobody puts Jack in the corner.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Nobody puts Jack in the corner.
Yeah. I took a corner seat because I went there. It was on Sundays. They have open mic at Austin's, the new Austin's.
The coffee house.
Yeah, and they had open mic. So I went to check it out, and the place was packed. And so Don came over to me. He's like, "Hey, you need a chair?" He's like, "I got one over here." So I sat there, and it was fun. It was watching open mics. Jim, you can speak to that. They're interesting because it's a lot of times it's people starting comedy or people just trying out brand new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple one guy was really weird. I really liked him. Another guy where I thought he good material, good delivery, and everyone else, everyone just a couple of good jokes here and there. But sometimes there's those moments where you're trying not to make eye contact with anybody.
Stand-up's so hard
because it is
so embarrassing.
It's
so cringe, and nobody knows it more than the person doing it. And then when you're just staring at them or looking away, because it's like, you feel bad. You feel terrible for them. Man. I mean, obviously, you used to see Cam do that. It's now on SNL. We used to see Cam do open mics down at Bull and Bush all the time. I think open mics are the greatest.
Yeah,
because you never know what you're going to get, and if you find somebody great, you get surprised. It's funny because we have a couple fans that have become kind of friends, and it's a couple that comes out and hangs out with us all the time. They come to a lot of the culinary and food events. They were at the poker tournament.
Yeah,
and I would say they're probably in their early 40s, right? I don't mean to be disrespectful. And she just started doing stand-up. And I think she got motivated by Lori. Is it Lori Morgan?
Okay,
I think so, yeah.
Which is the Southern Belle kind of woman that's kind of blown up gigantically.
Yeah.
I think maybe that was her inspiration, but she's kind of started doing stand-up. And at that age, as a mom, like your suburban mom. But man, look, if you're good and you can get on social and kind of go viral, which is exactly what Lori Morgan said. She goes, "I hired this little boy to do this for me, and he put out this clip, and it just went crazy. Next thing you know, I got a TV show and a blinking movie."
Yeah.
And she's massive, man. I mean, now they're stinking rich.
I know Austin's Coffee House is legendary. It was my actually first time going last night, and I guess Sunday nights it's packed for their open mic.
Were you the oldest in the room?
I was not.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. That's a really young, hip crowd. That's like one of the hippest places in Orlando.
And I look really young and hip.
Yeah. You sure you do? Yeah.
At least
if I was there, everybody think the cops.
Yeah, the medium young part, maybe.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
All right, so Jack sends me this story today about this woman who is having her car taken away. And it's being taken away by the cops.
Yeah.
And she is not late on her payments. No matter of fact, she didn't know what the hell was going on, right?
Correct. Yeah, no, they knocked on the door and they checked out the vehicle and are like, we're going to have to take your vehicle. And what she come to find out, she bought it off of a lot, a used car lot.
Yeah.
And she was making her payment. She was
$300-something a month.
And doing everything she's supposed to do. I think it was ultimately a $20,000 loan.
It was.
And found out that this car had 3 different VIN numbers associated with it.
Yeah. 3 different VIN numbers. By the way, it's Leanne Morgan, not Lori. But yeah. 3 different VIN numbers on that car. And she bought it from a car lot that said they bought it from the auction, which is Mecum, which is one of the biggest auctions in the world.
Was this auction? I don't think this auction was Mecum, though, was it?
Hold on, let me double check. I thought I saw it was Mecum. Hold on. It may have been...
yeah, but I think it was a different auction house, but they don't deal direct to consumer. They deal with...
Manheim, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Manheim. Manheim was the auction. They deal with businesses who then resell cars. And so...
Yeah, because when the Thurstons were around, they would go over to the auction. They would shop cars, go through the whole 9 yards. They'd make a bid. You take the cars, they deliver them, then they sell them. This was a 2019 Nissan Rogue SUV, like one of the little subcompact Nissan SUVs.
Yeah,
that's how I got my car, was through auction.
Right, exactly.
So the police, confiscated the car, and it's been returned to the person it was originally stolen from, which just happens to be, I think it's Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Yeah, it is.
So it was a rent-a-car that was stolen, but they put different VIN numbers on it and then got it into the system. And so now they're trying to figure out, well, who's right now she's out the money.
Yeah.
And
she
so
still has to make the payment, by the way, because it's still a loan.
It's a loan that she has to pay off. And so she's paying for a car she doesn't have and now needs a car.
Yeah.
And probably can't afford it.
Right. And she's now has to sue the place where she bought the car from because they sold her a stolen car.
LC Motors One Inc. is the company she bought the car from.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: we talk about this with Glenn a lot. When you talk about suing your insurance company, then they turn around and sue somebody else, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Because, in my opinion, the auction is ultimately responsible for this, right? I mean, you would think if anybody had the responsibility to make sure the car is not blinking stolen, it would be the auction, the people that you are selling the car outright.
Yeah, but someone says in the fine print, a lot of the auctions say they're not responsible for VIN numbers and ownership stuff.
But
I don't know.
How couldn't they be?
Someone has to be.
That'd be like a pawn shop saying
in
that.
the food chain has to be responsible.
Yeah, she filed a
for
lawsuit
taking
against
stolen property.
She filed the lawsuit against LC Motors One Inc., the dealership she purchased the car from, for breach of contract, fraudulent inducement, and civil theft. She said you would think that someone who sells cars, buys and sells cars for a living would notice something as glaring as 3 VINs on one vehicle. And I would agree with that. I mean, Carfax didn't show this. Like, I've done Carfax on a number of vehicles. I got to tell you, it's pretty darn thorough.
So, yeah, but you look at where the Carfax, where the VIN number is, right?
Right.
Typically
right there on the windshield.
On the windshield on the bottom, but there's 2 other places where you can find it.
One on the block.
Yeah, and all 3 were different.
Oh, my God.
They did not match.
Wow.
So if you're just looking at one VIN number, you assume they're all the same. You're not thinking that they're all different.
Right.
Wow.
And so you run that and everything. Oh, it looks clean. It looks good. It's a good car.
They Channel 6 is the one who broke this. They said, we asked whether Manheim inspects vehicles before selling them and what safeguards are in place to prevent stolen vehicles from reaching buyers. A spokesperson responded in this statement, quote, Manheim is an industry-leading nationwide wholesale used vehicle services company that facilitates millions of sales each year between registered commercial and dealers and buyers and sellers. We are not the owner of the vehicles sold at auction. We are not a consumer-facing business. In a rare circumstance like this, we rely on local law enforcement partners to investigate and would redirect you to the department listed on the report you shared. In other words, they're saying, look, this ain't on us.
Right.
This ain't on us. This is a stolen car. This is a police matter.
In between all of those lines, what I read was, we're too busy.
Right.
We're doing millions of car sales.
We've legislated an out.
Lawmakers have our back.
Right, exactly.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Still paying $330 a month for a car I don't have and living well below my means right now,
and
she says.
did nothing wrong. Bought a car off of a lot, got a loan, got it approved, loved the car.
What a nightmare scenario.
This is such a screw job to the consumer.
Yeah. It says here, if you're in the, it says, broadly speaking, stolen cars being re-vended is not a new thing, but we think it's grown substantially with the rise of platforms like Facebook Marketplace and others. And there was just another case where somebody just sold a truck. The story was out today. A guy sold a truck to somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and it was a stolen truck. Like, they just busted the dude immediately. I would think that would be the dumbest thing in the world you could try to sell on stolen on Facebook Marketplace.
But again, Facebook Marketplace is completely different than going to a legit
you're right
spot to buy a vehicle where you would expect them to do their due diligence.
So I think you'd have to trace it back to how did the car get into the auction? Right?
That's kind of my point, right? I mean, somebody had to have sold it to them, right? Because isn't that how it happens? Like I think rental car companies actually have a thing where they sell. What was that company you used to do business with, Jack? What was that car company you used to
Off lease only?
Off lease only. I think isn't that kind of the same thing? Like those cars would be leased, and once the lease was turned in, they went to this place. I think that's the same thing with rental cars, is it not?
My first car in Florida was a Ford Tempo that had been an Enterprise rent-a-car, and bought it right at Enterprise.
Wow, it says here, take a car you're interested in buying to a licensed mechanic that has the equipment necessary to check. Who does that? Who does that? Who has the time to do that? Mm-hmm. You're going to buy a car at a used car dealership. You think I'm going to have the resources to take it to some mechanic and have them flip around it for an hour?
You think a used car lot's going to say, sure, just take the keys, bring it back when you're ready.
Right, exactly.
Let us know what you think.
Coincidentally, you mentioned off lease only. When I bought my car from off lease only, my wife's car, we did our buddy had a auto mechanic shop not too far from there. I took a car and went on a test drive, took it to him, had him check it out. He's like, not this one. Went back, took a different one, took it to him. He checked it out. He's like, this one's better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, and you kind of fit the mold of somebody who would do that, for the record. I mean, you're a responsible buyer. It says run the VIN through Carfax or other public resources. If the door frame VIN doesn't match the VIN on the dashboard, like Jack was saying, that's a red flag. Yeah, the reddest.
Right.
Yeah, the reddest of flags. Those things are supposed to match up, dude. Because another thing that people would do, right, is swap parts out. Like, maybe it's the car, the VIN number on the car, but the motor could be different.
Right.
Could be a swapped out motor. Wow, man. Crazy stuff. I would be out of my mind. This poor lady.
I know.
Oh, Texter says if Enterprise already filed an insurance claim for it being stolen, couldn't they donate the car to her?
I guess they could.
I don't know.
I don't know how long it was missing, though, right? We don't know how long the car was missing.
Yeah, I think 2 years.
Yeah, it's a 2019, so it's had some years out there for sure.
She's had it for 2 years, and then,
I know.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 3 years she'd owned the vehicle when they showed up?
Yeah.
It says car auctions like Manheim don't work that way. It's basically a platform for dealers to sell and buy to other dealers or even just yards at the auction do not take ownership. Wow, man. Let that be here's the thing, but most people don't have access to auction cars. I mean, you have to go through a dealer and tell the dealer, hey, look, I'm looking for this vehicle. When you go to the auction next, see if you can find one.
Isn't that how Deb, isn't that what you did?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You let them know what car you were looking for.
It took months.
Before I bought something else, I was looking for an SS Impala, like an early 90s SS Impala, because they're badass cars.
What are you doing with your life?
I know someone who can find that for you.
And I was going to get one and just kind of have some fun with it. And I told those guys to, go find me one. The problem is a lot of them had been dogged out. Like, they'd all been ragged, so I could never find one. And now they're just so expensive, and they're hard to find. But
if you got the right person looking, you can even find the car you wouldn't even know you were looking for.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Emily the Movie Girl is next.
Real Radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
Amber, with all these distractions, are you ready to try to get your title back tomorrow? I mean,
I've lost my effing mind. I have been going through absolute fire for like weeks and days, and you guys have no idea what I've been going through. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash at the intersection where Alafaya meets Challenger Parkway near the university. Look out for an accident off to the shoulder on 408 westbound near that I-4 exit. On the major roadways, you won't be expecting too much. School's about to be let out, so expect to run into some slowdowns through those school zones. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000 guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
I'm Jeff. I got a call that my wife Katie was in a bad car accident and was airlifted to Shands Hospital. When I got there, she was in surgery for a brain injury. She's had a long recovery. We needed an attorney. Our close friends recommended Glenn Klausman. Glenn Klausman was available 24/7 to help. We've been blessed by my wife's recovery. The results from Glenn Klausman's efforts were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney for us. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
Thanks to you, we're helping teachers bring more opportunities, creativity, and learning into their classrooms every day. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, making a real difference for teachers and students. And we're not done yet. Keep listening as we get ready to recognize and reward some truly inspiring educators. Celebrate this year's incredible teachers and the difference they're making at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
When bills can't wait, every minute matters. That's why there's Amscot. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000 in minutes. Amscot. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Russ Rollins here. When friends ask me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I give them the same answer all the time. Mike the Home Builder, HBNUSA.com. Mike's a fourth-generation contractor with more than 36 years of experience. I trust HBN USA because Mike's honest, explains everything clearly, and gives straightforward pricing with no surprises. That's why HBNUSA.com is the only company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and windows and door replacement. If your bathroom's outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful, low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. And check this out. You call my buddy Mike the Home Builder now, and he'll give you an additional $500 off your bath project. Call 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814. Or visit HBNUSA.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Everyone wants answers. I'm just really confused about what happened that day.
A new podcast series, Fault Line Haditha, tells the story of a shocking crime and a cover-up at the highest levels of the United States Marine Corps.
If you've got 5 players and you offer immunity to 4, you better be right about the 5th. Because if you're not, then you've just given immunity to your killer.
Listen to Fault Line Haditha on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Fault Line Haditha and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi.
Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away.
Oh, you mother. Why is this happening? Why?
You asked for it.
No, I never asked for that. I never, hey, everybody, send me the worst puns or dad jokes you've ever heard in your blanking life. I've never said that once.
Well, maybe the pop-pop signal is just...
Is that what it is?
You know.
The dad sig?
The dad sig.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am the Jim Part. There's the Deb Part.
Hello.
Jack Part is right there.
Yo.
It's time to talk to Emily about movies.
Her name is Emily. She likes movies. She's a girl. It's time for Emily the Movie Girl on the Jim Colbert Show.
Good laugh for Emily the Movie Girl! Oh, what an ego boost.
I love it every single week. It fills me with so much joy. This is why I actually come in the studio.
Can I tell you
just
something?
to get that.
I think every guest that joins us literally comes here for that thing, and then they can just bail if they want to do after that.
Great.
How was your weekend?
It was great. How was yours?
It was great, man. I was very busy this weekend.
You're always busy.
Yeah.
You weren't here last week.
I wasn't here last week for your segment. I missed. Unfortunately, I had jury duty. Yeah, trust me when I tell you.
Sure
I would have much rather seen your angelic face than the ones that I saw in the Lake County Courthouse. No offense, everybody, Lake County. But she's sweet, and you guys are in Lake County Courthouse. So, so obviously you come in and talk about movies and stuff.
I do.
You don't have to get all serious. How's the podcast going? I checked out the first episode, gave you a like and a subscribe.
Yay!
Everybody needs to do that.
Yes,
and you said you recorded 2 more episodes.
I did. The podcast is called Cinema Social Collective. So I'm the host, and then I have a co-host. Her name is Jordan Grant. She's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That was our, I believe, 3rd episode. We just released last week. We've got a new one coming tomorrow. So the goal is to release weekly, and it's been going really well so far.
Very good. And it's the Cinema Social Collective. So go find that on Instagram. Go find it anywhere and give these guys a like, Facebook, wherever you want. Give them a follow. Give them a subscribe.
We also have an Instagram, TikTok. I spend so much time making reels. I didn't realize. I didn't realize.
Jimmy loves the
sorry,
puns.
I'm sorry.
You're the problem.
I realized it as it came out of me. Okay, well, I didn't realize how much time it takes to edit reels like that.
It's crazy.
So if you enjoy just quick little quippy content, go check it out because I spend a lot of free time doing that.
It's also on the iHeartRadio app. I just started following them on iHeartRadio, and their episode 2 was Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Nice.
A movie I saw yesterday, so now I can listen to this after seeing the movie.
What'd you think, by the way?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I watched a YouTube primer that I said, and I just looked for, get me caught up to speed on everything that's happened in Spider-Man, and it led me right up to what I needed to know walking into the movie, and it was great.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I plan on doing that for Doomsday because there is so much content that I will not consume before then.
Right. Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, there's just been a lot that's come out. It's not that I don't want to see it, but it's just been oversaturated for me personally.
I got to tell you, I think it's good, though. Obviously, there was a big article today about the movie kind of theaters being back. We've been waiting for this thing where we're having blockbuster after blockbuster again since COVID. It really decimated the movie business and the theater business. But it looks like now it's really starting to storm back. I was reading the BBC this weekend, and I sent Emily this list of 10 movies coming out in September. Let me tell you, about 7 of them are like can't miss. Like, can't miss. You have to go see them. One, there's the movie we talked about last week called Hero, which is a South Korean horror movie that looks completely and utterly bombastic. I cannot wait to see it.
Like half of, whenever you sent that to me, and I told you this after the fact, about half of those were already on my radar. So I appreciate that you sent it to me. But it's just nice to know that there are other outlets that are covering this kind of stuff of like, we are truly in an era with cinema that like, it's been a bit of a dry spell lately. And I'm like, not, this summer has been great, but like, let's say for the past like few years, it's really hit or miss with like, sometimes I would just watch a repeat of something in the theater because there was nothing new coming out. Every single week, there's at least one or two movies that come out that I want to see.
I would agree. I think this has been a banner year for film. It really has been a great year, a good comeback year. So I'm super excited about it. What do you have for us this week?
I have two movies. I have the first one I have is The Magic Faraway Tree, which is a cute little family like kids movie that is based in the UK. And it stars Andrew Garfield, Claire Foy from The Crown, Nicola Coughlan. She's from Bridgerton. Who else is in it? Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh, we get to hear Andrew Garfield in his native tongue.
Oh, let me tell you about Andrew Garfield.
She liked it.
I don't know if I've mentioned this on the radio before, but he is my favorite actor.
Is he really?
He's also like my one celebrity crush that I have.
Is he really?
Yes. I am delusional to the fact that like, I think under the right circumstances, he and I would hit it off. And I genuinely mean that. but I just think as an actor, he is so incredibly vulnerable and sincere and everything is so heartfelt. And I really felt like that came through in this movie. He was, for me, the best part of the movie.
I think I discovered him in Social Dilemma. Was he in Social Dilemma?
Oh no, not Social Dilemma.
No. Not, what was the movie I saw him in?
Do you hear the disappointment? Though?
No.
There was a movie he was in where he was like
a Social Network.
The Social Network.
Yeah.
That's the first time I think I encountered Andrew Garfield. Maybe it was before that. Was he before that in Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man came out after that.
Right, yeah. So that's where I kind of saw him for the first time. I was like, well, this guy's got game. Yeah. And then big fan after that. He did the war movie that Ross and I both loved. I mean, he really is very good.
1917?
1916?
No.
19, whatever.
It was something else. But yeah.
1918?
Easy.
I just really love him as an actor and like, in a completely respectful way. Auga. He
Did you just make an old car horn sound to an actor? Okay, I just want to make sure that we did that. So a woman in their 20s, just for the record over there, just made an ooga car sound.
Auga.
Yeah, I like that.
But like he, whoever is dressed. Oh yes, thank you. Are you not entertained?
You should have seen her eyes when you played that dude.
But like. He's got glasses. He wears overalls. He's whimsical. He has flannels. He plays a guitar at one point. I'm like, he knows exactly what he's doing.
He's got gritty class.
He does.
Yeah, like gritty. There's a grit to him, but he still also has that debonair kind of feel about him as well.
He's very charming. And even just like aside from his acting chops, anytime I see him in interviews, like he just seems so real.
Yeah, an adult. It seems very grown up.
Definitely. Definitely.
So how's the movie?
I really, really liked this. I had never heard of like the book Magic Faraway Tree. It's based off a book series. And so I didn't do any research or anything leading up to it. Literally the only reason I went to go see this is because of Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, the trailer looks cute, whatever. Yeah. And so I initially walked out of it thinking like, okay, I enjoyed that, but it doesn't really feel wholly original to me. It feels like a lot of elements of a lot of different kids' novels and movies that I grew up with, like, Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Bridge to Terabithia. And then as I was doing research for this podcast episode for Magic Faraway Tree that I recorded yesterday, I realized the first book came out in 1939.
Damn, really?
Before Chronicles of Narnia, before all of these other things that I listed.
That's the same year the Wizard of Oz was released.
1939?
39, yeah.
And it was just one of those like, oh, maybe all the stuff that I grew up with was kind of a knockoff of like that, of Magic Faraway Tree. But I just thought that was a very interesting observation. So I was like, okay, I take back my sentiment on it not feeling original because this preceded all of those other things.
Happy movie, good script.
Yes. So endearing. Like just as a general premise, it's about this family. So mom, dad, 3 kids. They move from big city into the English countryside. And They set it in a more modern time period in that the three kids are now adjusting to living in the countryside and are like tech obsessed, which I thought was actually an interesting parallel given that like Toy Story 5 also dealt with like tech and its relationship to children and play and whimsy.
Hi, I'm Lily Pad.
Big talking point in the news every day of the week.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Tech and kids.
And I think we're still learning like the greater effects and consequences of that. But I think it was done so tastefully here. And one of the kids, because they don't have Wi-Fi, they can't use tech here. She goes into the forest and she finds a magic tree. And this tree, they have pixies and stuff that live there. These other really fun characters that you're introduced to. And this tree acts as a portal to other lands.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very sweet and magical. And
I see the Narnia connection. That's a little bit of a Narnia thing there, too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, one of my favorite bits is that the focus is put just as much on the parents as it is on the kids.
Awesome.
Because, like, even them moving to the countryside, Andrew Garfield's character is like, hey, what if we go back to, they have a dream book. So I think it's very a good thing for parents to watch of like, you know, you can look back on your dreams. You can revisit those. This isn't something that you don't have to put your life on hold for your children. And I think it's important that children see their parents fulfill their dreams too.
That's super important. I agree with that 100%.
Mm-hmm. But overall, I really loved it. Like, the production design is really fun. It's very colorful. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Nice.
I really liked it.
That's very good. Awesome. That's a good movie. And people, I got to tell you, man, there's a longing for movies that families can go to that aren't animated, because I think a lot of parents are like, oh God, another animated movie.
Jim hates them.
Hey,
I don't hate them. I'm just saying, I think it's a bit of a crutch for that industry. I think you can make movies that are family oriented that don't really need to do that.
I think this is a perfect film then, because like it feels oddly comforting given, like I said, the inspiration for all these other very well-known family-friendly movies.
Gotcha.
But it's still new and fresh and fun.
That sounds awesome, man. We'll go check it out. All right. So it's called the Faraway Magical Tree?
The Magic Faraway Tree.
Perfect. All right. With Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy.
Yes.
Very nice.
You just had to say Garfield.
Yeah. With Garfield and Foy. Our favorite punk duo.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. What else you got?
So the second film I saw is, I just want to preface this. This is probably one of the best films I've seen this year.
Really?
And I really don't say that lightly. I checked, I think I've seen like 55 or 56 movies so far this year. And I knew I would enjoy it. I just didn't realize how divisive of a movie this was going to be. So I saw Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma?
Yes,
Okay.
Miasma.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's directed by Jane Schonbrun. They also directed I Saw the TV Glow, which is another very divisive film. I have not seen that movie. However, I plan on watching that for October Halloween season. So given that I really loved this, I'm also excited to watch that as well.
All right.
And just to give like a brief synopsis of what the movie's about, it's about this indie queer director and writer, and they are hired to reboot this 80s slasher franchise called Camp Miasma. And so they decide to meet with, their name is Billy Presley, and she is the original final girl from the first Camp Miasma film.
Okay.
But she's now a recluse that lives on the campgrounds that the first film was filmed at.
All right.
It's a very meta.
Sounds very Friday the 13th-ish.
Well, it riffs off of and subverts the 80s slasher as a genre. And if you see any trailers for it, it seems like this sort of weird indie horror film, and it's not. It's a romance at the heart of it. And I think I liked that because it already subverts the expectations based off of how they market the film versus what you actually experience when you go to see it. But it is a divisive masterpiece, in my opinion. Like, I love you, Jim. This movie is not for you.
You don't think so, huh?
No.
Now, why would you say something like that?
I think this movie very much like
she used the word queer for one.
Yes, it is a deeply queer centric film.
Okay,
and not that you couldn't enjoy it,
mm-hmm.
and the production value is incredible. I don't think anyone could argue that the production value is bad by any standard. It is truly masterful, like just as a production what they're doing. But the overall story, it definitely is not for everyone. But I like yesterday when we were talking about this on my podcast, I compared it to similar to the experiences of sex and death. Like no one experience is going to be the same for any one person.
Yeah, 100%.
So sometimes it might be fun, sometimes not so fun.
Yeah.
And like I think that's what this movie is. It's also one of those films that like I don't want to overanalyze it. You just kind of let it wash over you.
Is every relationship in the movie gay? Like a gay relationship?
Sure,
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, is that how what I'm saying is like the old slasher movies, it was always couples, right? Couples went into a camp or it was couple, we'll pair off and do this or whatever. And it was kind of like that. There was always a group like, even with Cabin in the Woods, right? There were people who were like couples in that. And I didn't know if that was accentuated by that particular.
I mean, the leads are all queer to some varying degrees. But that's not like what their orientation is like not necessarily what the film is about.
Okay.
It's more about, it deals with trauma, with sexual trauma, and also like reclaiming that and like, working through things to like make life fun again.
Okay,
you
cool.
know? And I think it was really clever and it's funny. Like even the villain in the Camp Miasma series is called Little Death, which is like a play on,
orgasm.
An orgasm. Yeah, exactly.
What's that? Little Death?
Little Death. That's, yeah.
You didn't know that? Yeah, it's like a French term.
Yes.
I've never heard that in my
What?
life. That an
Really?
orgasm is like a little death?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
Well, there's like a French, whatever the French term little death is. See, Deb knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. The two women know. The two dudes are staring at each other.
Kind of like female orgasm, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you heard that before, Jack?
Never.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
See, and that to
Something
me was
to
one
do
of the
like
more
with
blatant
the heart
things.
stopping at that moment. It creates like a little death.
Oh, I thought it was
wow.
because most of the things the guy is contributing are going to end up dead.
Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
Jack got uncomfortably scientific there.
Yeah.
But
uncomfortably.
Overall,
And they're very little.
Come on.
Yeah. But like overall, I really, really loved this film. It's beautiful. Anyone that like is interested in seeing a movie that is queer centric and is for a certain audience, it is for you. It's gorgeous. It's
Awesome.
heartbreaking. It's funny. I gave it 4 stars.
Damn, really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
The only reason I knocked off a star is for me personally because it's so divisive.
Yeah.
I only like reserving 5-star movies for movies that I think everyone could see.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone's going to
By
like
the way,
Right.
the phrase little death translates the French expression la petite mort. It
Yes.
commonly refers to a poetic metaphor for a sexual orgasm describing the brief period of unconsciousness, daze, or intense release that follows.
Wow.
See?
La petite mort.
Dig it.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the villain. So,
Wow.
yeah, loved it. But
Very nice.
not for you, Jim.
Very good. I got the double guns on that one, too. Not for you, big boy. Coming up next week.
So next week, I'm going to catch Coyote versus Acme, which have you heard any of the discourse with that?
I haven't, but I grew up with that. You got to
Yeah,
remember,
exactly.
we were all like Looney Tunes kids.
Yes.
So, I mean, this was literally part of every single Saturday morning we were alive for, 8 years.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with Looney Tunes too, but this movie actually was made a few years ago.
Was it really?
And it was fully realized, and Warner Brothers decided to scrap the entire thing. It was finished. They didn't even decide to distribute it to streaming, which is like a big slap in the face to the entire creative team. And they were like, why would you? They considered it a loss so that way they could get that as a tax write-off.
No way.
So they found another distributor, and that's what's releasing this weekend. So like, if you believe in cinema, please go see Coyote versus Acme. That's why I will be going, and I've heard it's genuinely like really good.
Okay, so animated or live action? I know that sounds like a silly question.
Both.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Kind of like a
it's
Roger Rabbit.
like Roger Rabbit, exactly.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
Who are the actors, the voice actors and stuff? Are you know any of the people in it?
I don't know off the
Okay,
top
that's
of my
fine.
head.
No
but
worries.
there's a lot like
I mean, if it was a Warner Brothers movie, it has to be some people that.
Yes, Will Forte is in it.
Oh my God, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I think maybe
oh
one
my
of those-
God, who's the you can't see me?
Oh, that's John Cena.
John Cena's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it.
That's awesome.
It looks hilarious, and I just think like as a big FU to Warner Brothers executives. Everyone needs to go see this movie.
Wow, really?
Yes. So I'm excited to cover it.
Forte may be one of the most underrated performers in SNL history.
Yeah,
the guy
I agree.
is absolutely brilliant, dude.
Yeah.
But it's out there stuff, which makes it so good.
Yeah.
Again, for the podcast?
Oh, yes. It's called Cinema Social Collective. The title is how you can follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere you listen to podcasts. We come out with weekly episodes, and we got a lot of fun stuff coming up with Halloween, so we're very excited.
Awesome. And then one last thing, because we got to get out of here. We're late. Hey, have you seen anything on streaming worth kind of bringing up? Because it seems like we've exhausted our streaming things. And I always look for that one little nugget that's behind that.
Because you're not watching Silo.
Oh, I'm not watching Silo. I'll be honest, I am behind on streaming. However, I will be watching HHN horror films on streaming to lead up to HHN season, which starts this week.
Yeah, we're going to be broadcasting live out there in a couple weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
Always good seeing you guys. Good and loud for Emily the Movie Girl.
Thank you.
All right. Cinema Social Collective. Go give these guys a follow and make sure that Emily always knows you're watching.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you later. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
AI doesn't feel rage or joy or shame. We feel all three, usually before we're out of bed. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Monday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another hot and humid day. Planned for highs to reach the mid-90s with a high of around 94 today in Orlando. We'll also be dodging some hit-and-miss showers and storms, but only about a 30% chance of rain is on the way for today. We'll see higher chances as we head throughout the rest of this week. As a result, temperatures will scale back by just a hair. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like the Fine Print Facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Every home seller situation is different, and my friends at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty have the solution for every seller. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickley.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges, no monthly fees. iHeartRadio is different. It's 100% free. Download the iHeartRadio app now.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor portrayal.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
As your lender, we'll need a credit check and personal references.
Not at Scott. Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000. Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, I'm a automotive technician, and they don't put VIN numbers on the block of the engine anymore.
Oh, they don't?
The VIN number is on the windshield on the left side. It's in the door jamb, and it's also in the inside of the hood. But early 2000s to about 2008, Toyota used to engrave all the VIN numbers on all the windows of the vehicle.
I remember that.
Howdy folks, Kurt here. I recommend anyone buying a car, no matter what, private sale, a lot, a real dealer, get a third party to inspect it. Do a thorough pre-sale inspection. Now at an auction you won't have that choice, so that dealer did not have that option, but the end buyer did. She could have taken it from that lot to a trusted mechanic, had them inspect it, and they should have caught it. Even a Carfax check will report if the vehicle was ever reported stolen. That's the easiest check to do. Crazy, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, that Carfax thing, I think you have to subscribe to get certain. Yeah, it's like it's a lot. I'll tell you what it's like, Jack. It's, you know what Malwarebytes is?
Yeah.
It's that software you get and you can get a free version of that.
Sure.
And it'll scan your computer and it'll say, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're okay as you need to be.
Right, yeah. And then you get the real version and scan. It's like, oh my God, the Russians have it.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the same thing with Carfax. I know that because
it's the same thing with everything.
Right, yeah. I mean, I believe that you can get a basic version of Carfax, and it's basically going, yeah, you're cool, I guess. And then the other one is like, this S is stolen. You need to turn around and call the cops, whatever.
Why sell them something where you can charge them a monthly fee for?
Right.
Hey,
yeah.
there you go.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Going to be a short segment. We ran Emily a little bit long. She's the greatest. And look forward to doing more movies with Emily. But man, I got to tell you, that was a bit of a... Jack, how do we make it to our mid-50s?
And not know...
And when I say mid-50s, I mean late 50s. How do we make it to this stage of our life and not know about the little death?
I'm in my mid-50s until April when I turn mid-60.
I can't believe
How do we not know that? These guys looked at each other like it was a language they learned when they were 3.
I'd never...
you and I never even heard. We stared at each other like we never even saw it or heard of it.
Never heard that term before.
Never. When did you hear about that the first time?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think your husband knows about this term?
No.
Yeah. What percentage of males do you believe know about that term? And is that a problem that males don't know about that more?
I don't think so. I mean, again, it's a French phrase. If you've ever read any, erotica from Anais Nin, any French writers, you may have been introduced to that. Never mind.
Now I know. Hold on. Now I know Anais Nin because it's a crossword puzzle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all the time. I don't know what the person did. I thought they were a Hun.
Well, you need to read her writings because you'll be calling from the other room. Hey, Hun.
Oh, really?
What you doing?
Really?
Yeah, you want to read this passage with me?
Like the Kama Sutra thing?
No, because the Kama Sutra is really more of an instruction book.
Okay, what is this thing then? What does she write about? Like romance and stuff?
Not
fiction.
Sensual writing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And not all.
If I got an excerpt, could you read it real quick?
Probably not.
Oh, mother.
Probably not. Let's just say a woman woke up with some pearls in some places.
Oh, come on.
What? Her pearl necklace. Oh, this is from the 1920s, my love.
Whoa, really?
Yes. Yes.
I thought that didn't.
Everybody always does.
I thought that was a 73 thing.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Look at the
They
Kama
didn't do butt stuff before the 70s.
Sure
come on,
they did.
Nobody knew that.
Sure they
we
did.
all saw the stuff. We all saw Dad's films in the 70s.
Kama Sutra, Scented Garden. I mean, yeah, you name it.
Scented Garden.
Japanese pillow books.
God damn, really? What's going on over there? What you reading, girl?
I bet Jack was exposed to that stuff a lot. I mean, I know he was an architecture student, but that's kind of like the realm of like the whole art student thing, right? You read obscure authors and smoke clove cigarettes and talk about how you're going to die alone in the rain. Very Nietzsche.
Question of the day.
I'm nihilist.
I'm posting in our YouTube chat. Did you know little death referred to orgasm before today?
Because as someone texted, when done correctly, it can almost give the impression that the other person died.
Oh, look, I've been there. I don't know that I've ever sent anybody there, but I've definitely been there.
Hey, honey, I'm going to show you the little death tonight.
Yeah. I've been in this stage. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Don't stop.
Don't move. Don't breathe hard.
Okay, don't touch. Don't touch.
Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't do nothing. Don't look at me. All right, you want to get some food?
Hey, throw me that towel, would you?
There you go.
I'm dying for a pizza. I just came back to life. I got that the nature's paddles clear.
Sex and hunger. Once you take care of one, you have to go after the other.
That's right. That's
Good
right.
God, man, I didn't know anything about the old Dead Mort.
Somebody said, I'm a guy, and I've known about Le Petit Mort for probably 20 or 30 years since I heard it the first time.
Yeah, this guy was born in the 70s. He knows. It says it right there in his profile. 75, he says. I feel like out of touch because of that. I feel like I need to know more about this orgasm death thing. I think I need to share this with my wife a little bit more. Of course, she's in Detroit now. It's hard to do. Okay, Jack, thank you.
In other words, Jack is still saying.
I want to give her the piston.
Well, you could come home. You could go home and almost commit suicide. Then.
There you go.
Exactly right.
A couple of times.
I'm trying to kill myself this way, officer. But all I have is a rash and a really good arm wrestling. Back in a sec.
Taste Central Florida, Orlando's premier culinary event this Friday at the Orlando World Center Marriott. Join more than 100 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of dining, live entertainment, and community impact. Get details at tastecfl.org.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic lights out at the intersection where Aloma Avenue meets Forsyth Road. Use that intersection as a four-way stop. There's an accident at the intersection where Ponciana Boulevard meets Pleasant Hill Road. That crash on the Turnpike northbound over Sand Lake Road's overpass there. That's off to the shoulder. Traffic starting to get by a lot better now. Just expect a little bit more delays than usual around that area still. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh. Comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
If you want to find out if a reverse mortgage is a good fit for you, that mortgage guy Don can help. Don is going to get you some numbers, explain the details, and then you can decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver for people over 62 on a fixed income. You can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. But not only that, that mortgage guy Don also offers HELOCs, home equity lines of credit. You can get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, like myself, maybe pay for your wedding, back taxes, and more. And again, you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
The countdown to the NFL season is on, and Fox Sports Radio is where you join the conversation with the Dan Patrick Show.
You got some interesting scenarios here.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
You have to strike when the iron is hot in the NFL.
And more. Download the iHeartRadio app, search NFL, and listen now.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week? Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena.
Stream it live on Disney Plus and Hulu. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way to be there.
Some apps say they're free, then come the fees. Not the iHeart app. It's 100% free. No required subscriptions to access the best live radio stations, free playlists, podcasts, and more. Download the free iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Big T checking in on this marvelous Monday. Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Carew. And if you can't tell, I am in a fantastic mood because I got my truck
Good for
back.
you, buddy. Good for
It's
you.
running like a champ. Just ticked over 318,000 miles listening to you fine folks. But speaking of automotive stuff, Jimmy, you know how you get tired when a car is chasing you?
Here it comes, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Well, if you flip the script and chase the car, you'll be exhausted. Big T out.
Oh.
Let's go back to car buying tips.
What's going on, Colbert Crew? It's Derek, listening out here in Selmer, Tennessee on the app.
Damn, dude, what's up?
Yeah, man, so it doesn't help with the VIN number, but you can always swing by like O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Advance, one of them places, and they'll hook up a scanner to it just because, people delete them by themselves, and you can pull up stored ones and make sure that stuff's actually been fixed. And also, y'all did the movie thing. What song would you have somebody listen to that never heard a song before?
Oh, man, that's another good one. Yeah, last week I saw it right before I came into the show. Somebody said, if you met somebody that had never seen a movie before, what movie would you show them to prove to them that movies are awesome? And, man, we only got about 700 trillion responses to that.
Exactly.
Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, a lot of those real...
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Exactly. A lot of those really consumable movies that hit every single emotion came up. And the song one is even... I think that's even more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep. Although there is a clear-cut answer.
Oh. It's going to be Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen?
No, it's not. If I had to answer that question, to tell you to listen to a rock song to find out what a badass rock to have a song, good Lord, how do you do that?
It's got to be Zeppelin.
I mean, I think Zeppelin would be in the
Black
run.
Sabbath.
No,
He didn't say rock. He just said song.
he said song. You're right.
I think Jack has the answer.
Jack thinks he has the answer. It's subjective, though.
It is, without a doubt.
Well, this would be his choice.
Let me give you one I think is kind of cool. Like, if I wanted to play a song from somebody and say, this is what's out there, this is possible, I would say maybe We Are the Champions from Queen.
A fair nominee.
Yeah.
Given current state of things, I'm going to go with Stinkfist, Tool.
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go.
Man.
It's very apropos.
If that's somebody's first song and they listen to those lyrics, they're going to be like, and
hey,
you
before you watch the news,
right? Yeah,
and listen to this song.
Like, it's about drugs, dude.
Yeah.
It's about drugs. All right.
Or you might just consider like King Missile Detachable Penis.
Now, I have heard of Le Petit Mort. I have never heard of the Detachable Penis.
Or the band who wrote it.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard
was a huge hit.
No, it wasn't.
It was huge.
It was not a huge hit. Not if it was written by a white guy. It wasn't.
All right.
Early 90s.
Let's see. What is
Matter
it?
of fact, I showed my daughter the video.
No, stop
for
it, Jack.
I
Why would
did.
you do that?
Because she's old enough.
Yeah,
Come
she's
on.
old enough.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what dads are supposed to do. God, what is wrong with you?
Every once in a while, you're going to hear it on the weekends here on Real Radio. As well.
By the way, do not sleep on Real Radio weekends.
Oh, no, that's great.
It's the
always
only
good.
place you can hear alternative music.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deb.
Man, I don't know what that would be. I mean, because there's so many
He's got
genres.
it loaded. Let me hear it.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I could. I'd have to cut it out of the podcast. But that or
Somebody
what?
said "Shake Your Love" by Debbie Gibson.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
not it. But I do appreciate the joke.
What does the fox say?
Oh, no. No. That's right up there with Baby Shark.
I was about to say,
Baby Shark.
Just ruin them for life and say it's Baby Shark. Say every song's exactly like that. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
So I was telling you at the beginning of the show, my daughter went to a wedding up in Boston this past weekend. A massive family wedding. These guys, her boyfriend has a big family. They all get together, like all the extendeds, right?
I was going to say, sounds like a good Boston Catholic.
Yeah. And not only was the wedding she said was the most beautiful wedding she'd ever been to, but she also talked to other people that were there that were also getting married within the next year and a half or so. And she was discussing like some of the things that they kind of left out for this wedding. And like, what are the traditional things that we do? Like at your wedding, Deb, you have...
Well, it's interesting. Normally, you'll have like wedding favors, right? Like little gifts that you hand out to your guests. Our favor was the fact that our invitation was embedded with wildflower seeds.
So you plant the invitation and it'll grow flowers.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that was an expense because I know.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool idea.
I just didn't want to spend the money on little emergency hangover kits
Or
or
Jordan
matches or stuff that goes into people's junk drawers and doesn't end up being used.
Right.
So that was one of the things.
So with the traditions as well, it's usually you have a wedding party, right?
Yes.
There's a best man and a maid of honor. Is that what it is? One of the other traditions is you cut the cake.
Yep.
Right. One of the other traditions is
First dance.
there's the first dance with the mom and the dad, right? They do, and then the throwing of the bouquet.
Yep.
Yes,
Right. That's
I
another
also did
tradition
not do that. There's the removing of the garter.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There is and there's so much expense involved. There's everything from the bridal shower to the bachelorette party the bachelor party to,
Right.
and if it's a destination wedding, then you've got to get what you're going to wear, and then you have to get a hotel.
Right,
and
yeah.
It's so expensive.
And the new weddings are not like that at all. This
Not
wedding,
anymore.
This wedding she went to was like, I could only say like a boho kind of thing, right? It was almost not. It wasn't like it wasn't a hippie wedding by any means. It
But
wasn't because it was
bohemian is-
absolutely beautiful, but no wedding party,
oh wow.
no cutting of the cake, no throwing of the bouquet. No, I think she had a maid of honor, but I don't think he had a best man thing. There was like none of that. The dress was very informal. It wasn't like,
I would think that they would at least have one attending because those are your witnesses for your license.
Right, yeah.
I don't know what the law is in Boston, but I know you do need, because as soon as our ceremony was over, my maid of honor and our best man were ushered into the back to make sure they signed that marriage license.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know how they handled that. There was no.
I got my dress at Macy's.
Oh yeah. No cutting of the cake. There was no cake per se like that.
Our cake was frozen. They could have had ours. Still hate the baker for that.
Yeah, like none of that stuff. And I was like,
I
wow.
do. It was frozen. I had to go Colombian on my cake, man.
And she said it was the most amazing experience because you didn't feel tied to all of that tradition. Like, okay, we have to do this now. So there was none of that during the entire wedding. They didn't even exchange vows. They did that with the pastor or with whomever.
Well, was it like a fist bump?
No, I don't know. But they did that in private.
Give me Nook.
With whoever did the ceremony, they had their own thing. But when they just got married, it was just the I do's and that brief thing that, like, again, whoever is handling the ceremony has that brief little exchange, and that was it. I mean, it wasn't. She said it was like really amazing and kind of chill and really, really, really non-traditional. And then she talked to the other two girls that are getting married, and they're like, we're on the same exact plane. We don't want any of that other stuff. We don't want the stuffy, stodgy weddings of our parents. We want these things to be fun. We want it to seem like a party circled or kind of centered on our relationship that day. But I gotta tell you, like I'm down for that. Like I do love going to weddings.
Well, you're down for your daughters coming in with a more cost-effective affair, right?
Yes, Jack. Just saying, you should be on my side.
I am 100% on your side.
Yeah.
However, I think exchanging the vows in front of your friends and family, I don't see a need to get rid of that. I think that kind of enhances the moment.
That's the reason why you do it, right?
But no. Not to this new generation. That has nothing to do with you. The vows have nothing to do with you people out there. That's how they look at it. The vows are between the bride and the groom. It's got their promise to each other has nothing to do with the wedding party.
They're going to learn what a mistake that is when they find out that the longer you're married, the more you rely on your friends and your family. Sometimes it's all of you that helps make a marriage, actually work.
Yeah, but they're not making that statement. They're not going out there going.
They're young enough.
Oh, by the way,
know.
this is not for you.
Dumb.
Yeah. What they're basically saying is that is something we handle personally. We don't need to share that. And I don't know if that's a reflection of the technology age where everything in your life is shared on social or in a blog or whatever the case may be, and they feel that that's the one thing they want to keep between them is how they feel about each other. They may let somebody know later, but when it came to that particular day, they just got to do it themselves.
Unless the only place they share it is social media.
Exactly.
Right.
But here's the other thing. If you guys remember, especially like when we were younger, weddings were really more of an event for your parents.
Right.
It was a chance for your parents to invite their friends and the people they worked with to show off, oh, my daughter's getting married, my son is getting married. And that's when you'd have these massive weddings with 250 guests and 10 attendants each. Whereas now it's like, let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it real. The day is for our friends and our family.
I'll give you an idea how what they thought of. The girl who was the bride bought little sandals that were in all different sizes so that you didn't have to walk around in heels all the day. So
that was cool.
After that, you could turn your heels in and get your little sandals and walk around and not have to fight with the heels. It was an outdoor wedding.
So now that's a wedding favor that's practical.
Exactly, right. But it was that kind of non-traditional, hyper-focused on the people that were there. Hey, you're here. We're kind of bringing you in. You get to experience this with us, but in this fashion. And I got to tell you, the more she told me about it, I was like, man, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. And I don't mind tradition. I really do. I am a relatively traditional guy. But, weddings have had that mantra for so long, the same exact thing over and over and over. I don't think there was like an entry thing. I think all the music was like acoustic. Like being played by like a cello and a violin or something. His cousin sang, had a Bocelli kind of voice.
Did they invite the Lord to their wedding?
Oh yeah,
was it a religious affair?
Can I tell you? I don't know, buddy.
Yeah,
that never really came up.
But what is interesting is that
that's interesting. That never came up.
That's the first thing my mom would have asked.
Yeah. Same thing, same here. But what's interesting is Gen Z is that generation that is actually going back to church. So while their wedding may not have been a traditional church service,
right,
Gen Z is finding more solace in religion than some of their older generations.
Yeah, I think these guys were in their early 30s, maybe late 20s, if I remember right.
Plus, the other part of it is that traditional wedding day, that weighs so much on the bride.
Right, yeah.
That it ends up becoming about the day.
Right.
And it truly is an important day, and it's not just a piece of paper, but you don't want everything.
Right.
And it's hard not to do. I thought we had a very simple wedding, but it's maddening how much has to go into planning.
Yeah, I thought
for
your
it.
wedding was awesome. I thought your wedding was absolutely beautiful.
But we wanted a
with the
chill
free
vibe.
drink.
Oh, yeah. The food was great, man. You did a wonderful job.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that we really wanted. The food part was the food, the view, because we wanted you guys, you took the time to celebrate with us, on a Saturday afternoon.
Right. I drove like 2.5 miles to get to that thing. You better have given me something.
And got lost on the way.
Thinking it was the church that you got married in. And then
you told me that!
Because I thought you
Deborah?
got married in that.
Deborah?
And had I been invited, I would have been able to verify. But no. I'm sorry.
And it comes full circle. Full circle.
They did the first dances, though. They did that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the mom first dance, the dad first dance.
You can't take that away from
parents.
parents.
The mom said, I don't care. All they said is you better give me my first dance.
Your mom's like, Kate Schmake, you better dance me.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back on one sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a 3-car pileup blocking 2 left lanes on Florida's Turnpike northbound before that Sand Lake Road overpass before I-4. That's causing some stop-and-go traffic from that OBT Beachline ramp junction. Keep right to avoid any delays. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center of James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts. Get to the good parts. Calling all Ryan Blaney fans. Advance Auto Parts has your exclusive number 12 merch, signature hats, and die-cast Mustangs. Limited inventory. Grab yours before they're gone. Only at select locations and while supplies last.
Advance Auto Parts. Get to the good parts.
When anyone asks me who I trust for my home remodeling projects, I always give them the same answer. It's my buddy Mike the Home Builder at HBN USA. That's the Home Builders Network. Mike, 4th-generation contractor, over 36 years in the construction business. And the reason I trust HBN is simple. He gives you straightforward pricing, explains everything clearly, and puts it in writing. There's never any guesswork about the job. That's why HBN USA is the company I recommend for bathroom remodeling, roofing, gutters, and window and door replacement. In fact, I had them do my bathroom. I had them do my new roof and gutters as well. Now, if your bathroom is outdated or showing signs of wear, Mike and his team can transform it into a beautiful low-maintenance bath or shower using quality products from trusted brands like Moen. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. I trust Mike, so can you. And if you call HBN USA now, you'll get an additional $500 off your bath project. It's 407-754-1814. That's 407-754-1814. Or visit online, hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
Thinking about upgrading your sleep? Now is the time to shop Sleep Number. Trusted by millions for nearly 40 years, Sleep Number offers superior comfort, personalized adjustability, temperature benefits, and value that is unmatched in the industry. And right now, during the Sleep Number Labor Day sale, all mattresses are on sale. Invest in your sleep and experience firsthand Sleep Number's personalized comfort. Stop by a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com to learn more.
There once was a magic... Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Rates are near 3-year lows, and if you have a rate above 6.5, you may be able to lower it a point or more.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Everyone wants answers. I'm just really confused about what happened that day.
A new podcast series, Fault Line Haditha, tells the story of a shocking crime and a cover-up at the highest levels of the United States Marine Corps.
If you've got 5 players and you offer immunity to 4, you better be right about the 5th. Because if you're not, then you've just given immunity to your killer.
Listen to Fault Line Haditha on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Fault Line Haditha and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
I'm a crossing guard, and I don't see how Orange County can put out a temperature alert, but then make these kids who ride their scooters and their bikes, their motorized bikes to school, make them walk instead. It's pretty tough. I get it. You want to keep them safe, but I don't see making a kid walk a couple of miles in 115-degree weather.
Yeah, somebody died in Death Valley this weekend.
Yeah, a French tourist whose car got stuck in the mud. He and his passenger walked the salt flats looking for help.
Yeah. Because that's where the help always is.
And then
in a desolate salt flat where the temperature gets up to 123 degrees.
And that's where they found him. Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. By the way, happy birthday to Brother Matt.
Brother Matt,
Brother Matt's birthday today. Happy birthday, Matt. You hear him call aloha.
It's funny,
Ohana.
his talkback is coming up next.
Is it really nice? Also, coming up this weekend is, as much fun as you can have. 14 Sketches is happening in Mount Dora this weekend. It's going to get a little sketchy, they say, on Saturday.
Good one, Jim.
No. That's so funny. He puts his terrible writing on me. I love it.
I tell her the pun.
Our boy Ross and, of course, Joel Warren, Good Sauce. These guys are going to roll out 14 of their best sketches. They've done 2 Fringe shows with 10 sketches each.
Yep.
They figured out their best 14, and they're going to bring them to you live this Saturday, August 29th at Mount Dora Music Hall. Bring your laughing shoes. It's a lot of fun. This is a mature audience gig, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
So, if your kid's 15, 16, and you're comfortable with them maybe hearing some adult-themed humor, that's on you as a parent.
And that is for sure. RealRadio.fm/comedy. RealRadio.fm/comedy. I think this is going to be a game-changing show for people who show up. For a lot of people who don't get to make the Fringe, which we completely understand.
Yeah.
Fringe is one of those things that if it kind of intimidates you a little bit because the shows are a little out there, completely understood. This is a way where you can see it in an environment maybe you are a little bit more comfortable in.
We're big fans of the Mount Dora Music Hall. It's a great theater they have. It's air conditioned. Doors will open at 6:30. There'll be a bar there as well. The show starts at 8. It's going to be a lot of fun. They have 2 ticket options. You can get a $20 general admission ticket, or if you want, there's still seats in the VIP area, which is the front center section, for $40. But you also get a gift bag. I have a source in Mount Dora.
Yeah.
And he was telling me some of the things going into the gift bag, which is some cool stuff that I'm like, hold me some of those.
Yeah.
Hold me some of those bamboo
some old
monogrammed
clothes.
coasters.
Maybe some old Deb clothes. You never know what you can get there. Also, I want a big thank you for, we did the poker tournament last week. And I forgot to mention, we had some silent auction items. And I never really get to say thank you, but first things first, the movie company, Premier Outdoor Movies.
Yes.
Yeah. So they had a movie deal, Premier Outdoor Movies, where it's a blow-up screen, a surround sound sound system, badass sound system. They'll come, they'll set it all up, they'll pick a movie. It's like a couple-hour movie, whatever, and then they'll break it down for you, right?
Nice.
So, for one thing, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we won the bid.
Aw. I mean,
So
congratulations.
I looked at my wife and I said, "Well, I guess we could do this as a Super Bowl party." But I don't know how that'll work out. But we're going to do that. And then the guys from Solar Source, Jack's client, were the ones who won our basket, the one with the cigars and stuff. They won ours. So thanks to those guys.
Yeah, the basket you guys built, Richard from Solar Source ended up with that. I know that because he sent me a picture of the mouse pad we had created the first year we started this show.
Yeah.
Of us like in the Olin Mills type.
Yeah.
I used to have one in here.
Yeah,
but,
the mouse pad, right? Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think that was the last one I had.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because I got to tell you, I looked around for a couple of them because I wanted to provide one for later down the road, and that's the only one I could find that wasn't the one I was using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a bunch of neat items in that, plus some great cigars and some whiskey as well. So congratulations to Solar Source, one of our sponsors for this event for the past few years, our final table sponsor. And it's great because this year was just such a huge success.
Unbelievable.
So we're so thankful, and we're already planning for year number 20.
Nice.
I'm looking for ideas to make 20 even more special,
explosive
than the first 19.
Very nice. We're gonna do that for sure. Hey, look, as we were talking, we talked about cars a little bit today, and we got a lot of response from mechanics and stuff that listen to the program. So with that said, I wanted to talk about this real quick. I've not heard about this. Now I'm going to relate it to a story I heard years ago. You guys know the neighborhood celebration? Yeah, by Disney,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Which is like not a manufactured neighborhood, but
it's very Stepford.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Baldwin Park kind of scenario, but maybe even more Baldwin Parky than that. Like it's a self-contained community. Once you drive in there, grocery stores, theaters, restaurants, it's all right there. Theoretically, you wouldn't have to leave to go anywhere else. You can just kind of enjoy yourself right there in Celebration, right?
They let you leave.
A very Disney-esque kind of feel, right? I remember when we first started hearing about that, when they built that if you lived at Celebration and you bought a home in there, that when you went to sell that home, you could not sell that home on the open market like you could sell a home like you have or Jack has or myself, right? You had to actually sell it back to the neighborhood Celebration, and then they would sell it to somebody that met the qualifications of the neighborhood. Now, again, I remember that specifically. I don't know if that's still how they do it or if that is a similar way they did it, but I know for a fact that was the case because we talked to people who worked there, right? So I fast forward, I heard this story, and I'm hoping that some of my car friends out there can kind of clear this up for the company GMC. And the story today that I read is that GMC doesn't want you selling your GMC to other people. They only want you to trade your car in to GMC because GMC actually doesn't think you own your car.
What?
GMC, and they use the Suburban as an example. And of course, I don't know if you guys priced Suburbans lately.
No, because I couldn't afford them even if I priced them.
I think one of the nicer, like well outfitted Suburbans is approaching $100,000 for a car. Right, for a vehicle.
Not surprising, considering the average price is over $50,000 now.
Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, look, this is something that the minute you drive it off the lot, you are losing value immediately, right? So with that said, the reason why is this. This is what GMC believes. They believe because, yes, you have the physical vehicle, but so much of that vehicle relies on our software to operate that you really don't own the vehicle. We own the vehicle.
Yeah.
Party foul.
Yeah, because what they're saying is like we could literally shut your car down. I guess no differently than Tesla, that they could send just basically a command to your car and just shut your car down.
We know you can, and we don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. But I hadn't heard that before. Now that would be illegal, would it not?
I would think so. Or
like you can't force me to sell I don't care what I buy. You'd
have to disclose that at the time of the sale.
But that's not necessarily true because Ferrari does that, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the fine print. When you're buying this car, you're signing something, and I'm sure somewhere, just like you did in that lease agreement when you had that lease car, and they pointed out to subparagraph 7.
That was a nightmare.
They know how to cover themselves. I mean, they vet this before these ideas hit the market.
Yeah,
they are doubly.
I would never lease a vehicle again in my life. If it was, I would ride a bicycle first. I mean, that was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah,
leasing
really?
a vehicle. Oh, when we turned it back in, we're like, okay, well, we've used it. We'll turn it back in. We're under mileage. We'll turn it back in. Here we go. We had to pay $1,800 or something just to turn it back in. He goes, yeah. And then immediately, like Jack said, I'm like, what? Where is this? The leasing, nobody told us the leasing. Nobody said anything like this when we were at the closing table buying this vehicle. The words were barely out of my mouth. Oh yes, he's page 3, paragraph 5 of your lease deal. You'll see this and you'll read this sentence, and that's what this is.
And this is the problem, right? They always say never sign anything until you read it, but like at a home closing or when you're buying a vehicle, you're signing so many documents, you'd have to literally schedule time to read everything.
The next time that happens, I swear this is what's going to happen. I'm like, I will read it, and you're going to sit here and watch me do it. If you want this sell, you're going to watch me read this entire contract right now. So go get a soda, bitch, because we're going to be here for a bit.
But this is across everything we buy, right?
Yes.
We're becoming a leasing society. Homes, you can't afford a home. We're going to be a nation of renters.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Okay, but your car, you're leasing. How many things? What's the other one I just
Well, we
had
just
in
talked
my
about
head?
this with Malwhite. I'm just stupid software. Sony.
Video games.
Dude,
movies.
This story with Sony is right up this alley. Did you give me the story today?
Yeah.
551 movies that were released by Sony that you could have bought and put on your PlayStation, right? That's what it was, right?
Yep.
You buy the movie, you download it to your PlayStation. Sony is about to pull 551 of those movies out of their catalog.
Starting September 1st.
Which means they're going to go into your system and delete them for you.
Even if you paid.
Even if you paid. And here's the best part. They're not going to offer you any money back. No store credit. Nothing to replace that movie. Not a physical version of that movie. Nothing. You paid money for it, and they're taking it back.
And it's the same thing when...
And there's nothing you can do.
Sony said, well, we're not going to sell hard copies of video games. It's only going to be software. And again, this is proof of what they can do with video games. You think you're buying a video game, you're really only renting it. You're renting a video game.
Look, this thing, I mean, is this going to come to a head where there's going to be some kind of like analog revolution, Jack?
And Sony, they've been blatant about just basically giving the middle finger, and it's like, yeah, well,
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What, are you going to sue us?
Yeah.
And so I think, yes, you're right, Jimmy, because I think, somebody did text us at 77031 saying, GMC, I've been in that mess, and asking if you wanted them to call. But I think that's what's going to have to happen is consumers are going to have to rise up and go, okay, well, I'm not going to pay you $100,000 for this Suburban if in the end my $100,000 isn't going to ensure that I own that vehicle.
How about this? I mean, somebody
charged me $15,000.
Somebody just texted and said this thing too, and I got to tell you, I looked over and I laughed a little bit because I haven't heard the word Miata in a while. Yeah. But he looked over and he goes, I'm happy because I've got a 1990 Miata and it doesn't run on S. There's no computer in that. Nothing. And you have to think like the more and more technology gets to the point where it's so intrusive, and the companies that sell you this stuff have more and more power over what you do, where you go, how you go there.
Still have my Hyundai.
That you go and buy back like a 70s car and drive that thing around because there's nothing touching that.
Our buddy Jeff texts in. He says John Oliver last night did his show was based on subscription-based businesses, including car services.
Yeah. It's crazy when just the thought process. Now, and the funny thing is this: it's always sold to you as convenience, right? I'll never forget when I bought one of my first newer cars. I bought a Suburban from my buddies at the Thurstons, but it only had like maybe 6,000 miles on it, so it was virtually brand new. It was one of the nicest cars I ever had. Really beautiful ride, and it had that OnStar.
Yeah,
the OnStar system where you can be like, hey, look, OnStar, I'm
falling and I can't get up.
Yeah, tell me where the nearest gas station is. I'm low on gas, or blah, 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 or call the cops, or, whatever, right? And I remember it gave it to me for free for 30 days. I was like, I feel like Iron Man. Like, I literally feel like I owned the earth. I had a god that would tell me where everything was I needed and everything like that, right? And then when that subscription ran out, I'm like, oh, that was fun. Like, I didn't even think once about renewing that subscription. Well, and it turns out that's the exact same system they use now, that if you become an a-hole or not pay your car payment, they shut that S down.
Correct.
And
the same thing with the car I got, 2023, but for that first month, I had the app where I could start it from the app.
Oh, yeah.
Unlock the doors from the app.
I had that fob. It was the greatest.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, if you want to keep the app, it's $8 a month. I'm like, see ya.
Yeah.
I'll start it with my finger instead.
That's exactly right, dude. So crazy, man.
And I think what Sony did was they dipped their toe in the pond when it came to the video games, and they decided what other way of revenue. And so that's when they're moving on to movies. So it's almost like if you're lucky enough to still have maybe DVDs or CDs of your favorite music, just hang on to it.
That's right.
Hang on to it. Do not trust anything being digital, being able to keep it.
And keep that player.
I'm so glad there wasn't a market to resell my DVDs and CDs, because I'm so glad that I still have them.
Same here.
And the funny thing is now, I wonder if, because you see this, like you go to thrift stores or estate sales, dude, let me tell you something. You could buy a refrigerator box full of DVDs at garage sales for like $8.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $1 a piece. 50. Here, grab a hand, as many as you can grab for $2. Right. And it used to be laughable. People would just walk by. I'm like, why do I need this? I can just hop on Netflix or hop online and ask for it, and get it there. And let me tell you, I think that mentality may be changing dramatically and like soon.
And with your books too. Hang on to your books.
Oh yeah, that's crazy thing you're talking about.
Yeah, well, did you hear, Jack?
No, Moms for Liberty, are they coming again?
No, actually, no. But actually, what over a dozen public interest and consumer advocacy groups are asking the Federal Trade Commission to investigate AI developers for destroying books used to train their language models.
So they tear the spine out of the book and they feed it page by page to have it learn the language model, then destroy the pages.
And the letter says in some cases, the destroyed books are among the last surviving copies of original works.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
404 Media put an air tag in a book and followed it to an Amazon AI training facility where it's called like Velociraptor, and the logo literally shows a dinosaur eating a book.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. For people who never listened to this radio station and only started listening when we came on, the gentleman that was here before us for many years, Jim Phillips, one of his closing, he had a couple little sayings he used to say at the end of his show every day. We all have our close, the way we close it. And one of his was, buy your books with cash.
Yeah.
In other words, don't give these MFers any list on what you're reading, why you're reading it.
Yeah, that was one of the ones he added late after the Patriot Act was put forth, where we became more of a surveillance state. And they were investigating. What kind of books is this person reading?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Exactly. So it was like, buy your books with cash. Don't use electronic means where it could be tracked.
And by the way, that legislation is still a hot button. And I mean, it just came up a couple weeks ago. The rebooting of, is it CISA or whatever it's called there? The surveillance kind of. And like that thing is a major hot button. And I tell you, the data center things are now going to be one of the big dividers when it comes to the midterms, because now the uprising against these data centers has become like overwhelming. Like every single day we're reading more and more and more about communities like rejecting these things in mass.
What's really funny, and watch for the politicians out there who are taking money from data centers.
Byron Donalds.
But then telling you that they are going to be the ones to control data centers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, what I learned recently about the data center uproar is that what's making lawmakers pay so much attention to it is the local groundswell. They're seeing people who don't go to, council meetings, who don't go, and all of a sudden they're showing up to make their voices heard, and politicians are literally going, okay, I'm going to take a step back and retool my message, just like Byron Donalds did.
And the other thing about it that really is terrifying for politicians, and I'm so glad it is, because they need to be terrified.
Yes,
both sides,
they do.
is this is a bipartisan issue.
Yes, it is.
This is not necessarily a Republican or Democrat issue. This is just people who go, don't build that blinking thing in my neighborhood. Don't build it near me. I don't care what letter you have in front of you. Get this thing out of my damn neighborhood.
Don't tell me, don't make me pay more for electricity, more for water. We're already paying more for those things. These tech bros can afford it.
Yeah. Very interesting to see how this goes. And you know what? Again, when I said analog revolution, I wasn't joking. I wonder, because the people do have the power, and you do not have to use an iPhone. You do not have to use these things. You can communicate with a flip phone. You can communicate with a landline. And I got to tell you, man, these people start blanking around with this younger generation who have given no F's about nothing.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they may be in for a little surprise. Who knows? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Time to load them up, guys. We're going to do trivia next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Yeah, women on TikTok are saying she didn't do it. It was her evil Gemini husband. I think the Gemini thing triggered me. I think that got to me for some reason, being a Gemini myself.
And also being evil.
The News Junkie, weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Lowe's.
10 games on the Major League schedule tonight, and 10 straight wins are what the Phillies are going for as they visit the Mariners in Seattle. Philly now within 3 games of first place Atlanta in the NL East. The Patriots reportedly trading wideout Kayshon Boutte to the Texans for safety Jalen Reed and a 2028 7th-round pick. ESPN reporting that Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White will not be eligible to play in the WNBA. I'm Frank Aaron.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list written on a sticky note or saved on a photo? Perfect. Bring it in and get a quote in minutes. Plus, access thousands of products beyond what's in store or on Lowe's.com. Right from the Lowe's Pro Desk.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging. Let me tell you something, man. August is National Wellness Month. That's super important because your best investment this August is your health. Make August the month you stop wondering and start knowing, because heart disease and many other cancers will develop silently. No symptoms at all. That's horrifying. So don't wait until you feel bad to take control of your health, because feeling healthy doesn't necessarily mean you are healthy, and early detection can certainly save your life. Prevention, my friends, is the best form of wellness, and that's what Life Imaging specializes in: prevention. Their Life Scan is so easy, so don't wait. Do exactly what I did. Call Life Imaging. Get this free heart scan. Like I said, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. No dyes. Don't take off your clothes. No injections. None of that. As a matter of fact, the entire process only takes a few minutes, and it can save your life. So do this. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Make that appointment. You will feel awesome. And look, when you're in there getting your scan, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well, because guys, early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging.
This is the sound of Lucy, staying on top of her spending. You see, even though she's buying a new pair of jeans, she knows that it fits within her monthly budget, because Wells Fargo will send an alert if her balance drops below her set amount. Yep, nothing gets past Lucy, or Wells Fargo for that matter. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
If you're one of those people trapped in those horrible timeshares, now that is why the only timeshare exit company that I endorse is LoneStarTransfer.com. They create a customized exit plan for your specific situation, and then lastly, their team will execute it all start to finish. Call my friends at Lone Star Transfer today. It's 833-594-0075, or check them out on the web at LoneStarTransfer.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like the Fine Print Facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Victim of a car crash? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office, Orlando. If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. Choosing the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Visit markspain.com to find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home and skip the hassles of cleaning and costly repairs. One of our clients, Caitlin, said, "We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate." Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer will be on your home today. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Yep, can never forget about Andrew. Falls on the most significant day of my life. I was living in Hawaii at the time. Exactly 2 weeks later, Hurricane Iniki hit the island of Kauai. 180 mile an hour gusts, gonzo 1,400 homes, damaged 5,000. At one time, 200 spinning toddlers down on the island at once. I evac'd to the big island, came down like a beach ball on a 737. Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
Aloha. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Hawaii taking it a little bit in the pants again.
Yeah, well.
And they just got brushed by another one, man.
They do have the best names, though. I think it was Lula or
Lala.
Yeah, Lala. Yeah.
Hurricane Lala.
But this is all an effect of what's happening with El Nino. It really shifts the hurricane season from the Atlantic Basin over to the Pacific. We will feel this in the winter through heavy storms and rain and a cooler winter this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what they're saying.
get ready.
Yeah. Tons of fun.
November to January, that's when the El Nino fun arrives.
Yeah. 70% chance of that, by the way. And what they say is like, this is not a prediction like an absolute type thing, but they're just saying you have a 70% chance of Florida, the Central Florida area, specifically in our area. It actually stops right below us. It's supposed to have a cooler, wetter winter this year because of the strong El Nino. And by the way, this thing's supposed to max out in the next 2 weeks. We'll find out exactly how bad it's going to be within the next couple weeks going into the winter. I say bad. I mean, it's all relative, I guess.
Cross your fingers now.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
What's in that Jackie sack?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo.
Clickety clack, clickety clack. Good Lord.
God bless you.
God damn.
Space.
Wow.
You sneeze that hard, it makes my eye hurt.
What can I say? It's Le Petit Mort.
All right. Oh, easy.
No. New week. Yeah, I heard that about sneezing. That's
Yeah,
why you said God bless you.
That's right. 1/9.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 1/9 of a Le Petit Mort.
Totally different feel.
Yeah. Still a release. Jack.
New prizes for the week includes a pair of tickets to watch Orlando City SC take on San Diego at Interdot Stadium September 5th. I went on Saturday night to the game. It was a great comeback victory. Griezmann got the brace, and we won 2-1. And over Real Salt Lake, and that was a lot of fun. And you could be at their next home game, or at least the one against San Diego on September 5th.
Very
also
nice.
in the Jackie Sack, something happening this Friday night. A pair of tickets to the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series Winn-Dixie 250
Nice.
at Daytona International Speedway. That is this Friday night. The races in Daytona. The choice is yours if you win JCS Trivia.
Oh, so back to you. A clickety clack.
Thank you so much. By the way, I've never sneezed and wanted a burrito and a cigarette.
Then you haven't sneezed correctly.
Maybe not. All right, Deborah, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
It's Monday. Let's go to number 5.
5 sounds good. Let me get this number 5 up here. Angie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
Oh, you sound amazing, Angie.
Thank you.
Have you had a good Monday so far?
You know what? It has been a great Monday so far.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I was home visiting my family. Got some quality time in.
Very nice. All right, Angie. Well, this is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
But if you can find it, I'll send you over to see Jack, and he's got some cool stuff. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go.
All right.
Is he the puzzle master?
Yes.
Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Angie, act like all the stuff I just said I'm saying now. All right, Angie, here, are you ready?
Yes.
That's right. Here we go. It's National Maryland Day today.
Oh, okay.
That's right. National Maryland Day. Here are 3 fun facts about Maryland and 1 crab cake of a lie.
I knew it.
Oh, my God. By the
Love
way,
a good
researching
crab cake.
today, I saw about 3 videos of giant crab cakes being cooked, and my God. I had to tie myself to my furniture to stop me from driving to the store to make one. All right, we're talking about Maryland, Angie. Which one of these is not true? Number one, the first heart transplant surgery was performed in 1968 at the University of Maryland Medical Center. Number two, every lake in Maryland is man-made. Number three, the Ouija board was invented in Baltimore, Maryland in 1891. Or lastly, the first umbrella factory in the United States was established in Maryland in 1828. Which of those is a lie?
Let's go the heart transplant one.
That's the one. You're a winner.
Oh my gosh!
Right off rip. Is that just a dead guess, or did you happen to know that?
I didn't think it was Maryland that was responsible for that.
Where do you think it is, just out of curiosity? What state?
Gosh, New York?
California. You're good, though. But
California, there we go.
Congratulations, Angie. You ruined four people's day.
Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Harold. Sorry, Teresa.
Yeah, the first heart transplant was not performed
Sorry,
in
Henry.
1968 at the University of Maryland. I thought that was very convincing, though.
I
Jack, did you have it that one? What did you think it was?
Yeah, I thought the 68 one was true, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only one I thought was true.
The one I thought that would get everybody is the Ouija board.
Oh, I thought it was the man-made lakes.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I didn't like the way you said Ouija.
Yeah.
That's how you say it, though.
It's how it's
Ouija.
spelled, but
No,
I
no,
always
it's
Ouija.
Ouija.
Heard it as Ouija.
It's a Ouija board.
Ouija board.
Yeah,
It's not.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Don't make
It's
me
how it's
doubt it.
spelled, but it's not how it's pronounced.
Judging by your track record, you're probably not right, but
It's a Ouija board.
I'm sure it
it
is.
You
sounds-
also call it Jaguar, so...
I say Jaguar the way it's supposed to be said. I also say February the way you're supposed to say it. Why, can I not use the English language properly and I get ragged on?
Oh, okay.
Can you?
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess you guys have to wait. Like I got to be reading the contract in front of.
Get a Coke,
let's
bitch.
go to Ouija. You get a Coke, bitch, because it's going
We're
to be a
going to
minute.
be here a while.
All right, let's see. It is Ouija. God dang it. I hate that. God. But it's so Ouija in the phonetic spelling, the last three letters are J-E-E.
Yeah.
You can't get more G than that. All right, let's continue on. Every lake in Maryland is man-made.
That I find hard to believe.
The Ouija board was invented in Baltimore, Maryland in 1891. That floored me. I thought that thing was coming straight out of Salem or Transylvania. I thought it was sitting here on a ship with a devil.
You can buy them at toy stores.
I know, that's exactly what
I
it was.
hate that.
And the first umbrella factory in the U.S. was established in 1828.
Well, that's pretty cool.
A couple other things you may not know about the state of Maryland before we get to the top of the hour. Sports coming up with our buddy Brandon Kravitz here 1 second. The cult classic horror movie The Blair Witch Project was filmed in Seneca State Park in Maryland.
I did not know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Maryland's official state sport is
pickleball.
Think medieval times.
Jousting
is the answer.
No way.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think
I like that game.
I think they actually changed. Like I think now it's a combination of jousting and lacrosse. But they have
That's
it
a
as
crazy
jousting.
mashup.
Jousting with a ball?
Maryland has the only state motto in Italian, and I'm going to give this a shot.
Oh, Jack, get ready.
Wait. I'm stretching. I'm just making sure it works.
Fatty Maschi Parole Femin, which translates to strong deeds, gentle words.
Yeah, that's not the way it sounded when you said it in Italian.
I gotta tell you, this looks like two wrestlers. It doesn't even look like the same thing. Maryland was the first state to enact. It has something to do with your workplace.
A 40-hour work week.
A break.
Workers' comp.
Oh.
Yeah, Maryland was the very first state to enact workers' compensation laws.
Okay.
Much to the chagrin of everybody who has to pay that insurance.
Exactly.
And then lastly, this is another one. If I asked you were one of the greatest what's the word? God dog, what's the word I'm looking for? Figures.
All right.
In the civil rights movement going way back, who would you think that would be?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Before that.
Harriet Tubman.
Was born in Maryland.
Really?
Can you believe that? I did not know that Harriet Tubman was born in Maryland. I had her for Deep South Virginia,
Same here.
something like that, because it seemed like that's where that would come from. But she lived on a on a plantation or she was born into slavery in Maryland. It's so crazy. Amazing. I did not know that. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Going to take a little break. Our buddy Brandon Kravitz up next with sports.
Coke Zero Sugar 400 returns to the World Center of Racing with the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on August 28th and the Coke Zero Sugar 400 on August 29th. Experience the thrill of NASCAR like never before. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com. Visit RealRadio.fm/contest for all the info and to find out how you can score free tickets.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic slowing down northbound on the Greenway through Oviedo, approaching Lake Jessup Bridge. It's stop and go northbound on Orange Blossom Trail near Maitland Boulevard. You're going to get stuck in some typical areas on I-4. There's also a couple accidents slowing you down eastbound near Central Florida Parkway. Crash off to the shoulder westbound before Apopka Vineland Road. There's a crash off to the shoulder there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Ooh, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you can even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Guys, listen up real quick. If you buy a Mercedes, you don't take it to a Ford dealership to get work done on it, right? If you buy a house in Central Florida, you don't lean on a realtor from Birmingham to sell your home. Here's why. Because those markets are painfully different. That's the whole idea of hiring the Nickley Group. These guys specialize in homes right here in Central Florida. And if you have a home to sell in this state, in this city, let me tell you something. You better have the pros at the Nickley Group handle that deal, because if not, it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Here's why. On average, the Nickley Group gets about 6% more for their listings than their competitors. And even better, they sell those homes twice as fast. You know what that is? That's knowledge of the market. That's understanding what that house will bring in this market. And let me tell you this. If you're looking for a house in this market, first things first, welcome to Central Florida. Secondly, get with the Nickley Group. Nobody's going to work harder to find you and your family more choices that check off all the boxes for what you guys want than the Nickley Group. And when you factor in their VIP program, like free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed, giving you a crazy advantage in that bidding process, you got to get with the Nickley Group. These guys even have a guaranteed cash offer, guys. That means if you want to deal with any of the real estate stuff, you just like to sell your house and move forward, they got you covered. No showings, no open houses, and that deal, my friends, can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins from the Monsters in the Morning. A lot of people don't think about uninsured motorist coverage until it's too late, but Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt taught me that UM coverage protects you. Now, I'm not an attorney, but if Mo DeWitt says it's important, I know it is because he's speaking from experience. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Free shouldn't come with a catch. With iHeartRadio, it doesn't. No monthly fees, no trial periods. Radio, music, podcasts. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Hey, Jimmy and crew. You know, it's an interesting thing with the data center thing that's getting all the pushback and everything else. What a lot of people don't realize is that the enormous amount of wealth that's tied to these data centers is in everyone's 401k. So the more protests, the more the data centers get shut down, the more problems with that. Watch the value of everyone's 401k tank.
Well, they're
Jimmy,
still
so
building
sorry
them,
to hear about your story about the lease car, but hey, it was in your contract, dude.
Yeah, it was in my contract, dude. You're right. That's why I said get a Coke, bitch. Because we're sitting here and we're going to read this. I'll take it over to my buddy Ray Trentley. He'll look through it. He'll find all the pitfalls.
Yeah, you got a contract, bring it to Ray.
Yeah.
OnePerforLife.com.
Nothing more Ray loves doing than reading the fine print of auto contracts.
I think he likes reading contracts.
I think he does too, but not for that. My God, man. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
Let's do sports.
It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show brings you the man who brings the heat, the insight, and the takes you didn't even know you needed. From the biggest headlines to the stories flying under the radar, we've got you covered. So buckle up, because the sports world never sleeps, and neither does this guy. The most popular sports broadcaster on 96.9 The Game. You paid us to say that. Brandon Kravitz.
Good luck for Brandon Kravitz. My man's
can't.
He cannot hear you, bro.
He cannot hear us.
He's working on it.
He sees us clapping. There he is.
He's pointing in his headphones. Very
I
good.
hear you now. You sound great.
Yay.
What up, BK? Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, good to be here.
Yeah,
good to be here.
Listen, I got to tell you, bro. Just let's get this thing going real quick. Yesterday, I realized that this has to be, this period of time of the year has to be the bane of sports broadcasters. The people who really know this. I try to fake it as much as possible. I do know a little bit about it, surface stuff, blah, blah, that's it. But the people who really get into this has to be the most hated time of the year, and here's why. Because dudes will see somebody play well in a preseason game and swear to God, They have found the next Walter Payton, the next Tom Brady. This guy from Tampa had a pretty good weekend this weekend, and I'm telling you, all I read this weekend is Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, this guy's going to take over the world. It's going to be great. And all the old drunk Uncle Mayfield better get out of the way. Am I close there? Is this the time of year you have to suffer more fools than any?
There's definitely a lot of that, but I also tend to be one of those fools, so I have to calm myself down. It's hard for me to make fun of the others when I'm doing that as well.
All right, very good.
I know how to give the advice of take it with a grain of salt. I don't necessarily know how to take it.
All right,
so that's sort of the in-between where I'm living. I'm definitely, this is not my least favorite time of the year by any stretch. I love the lead up to the season. I feel like I have personally done a better job of really prepping myself for the start of the year rather than letting it sort of smack me. Like when you're in the water, you're at the ocean, and you don't see the wave coming and it just smacks you in the face. That's usually how football season is for me, where I feel like there's more of a whack.
You just get pantsed.
A thwap, if you will. Yeah, right. But like, I feel like I'm ready for it. This is like really nerd stuff. I typed into ChatGPT. I basically use this thing as a therapist at this point. I said, I feel like I'm falling behind. Do I need to be doing more in my football preparation? And I added some other context, but that was the gist. That was the gist of what I said.
What'd it say?
This is what ChatGPT said back to me.
Brandon?
Take your wife out to dinner.
Yeah. Go outside, please.
What's your child's name?
Touch some grass.
It said, you're probably not falling behind. You're hitting the exact part of the calendar where it feels like you should be doing more, even though information quality is pretty noisy.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, wow,
Perfectly
that's
said.
Really helpful.
Yeah. So let's get to it, though. I mean, obviously,
even ChatGPT said, "Why don't you just chill out?" Okay, Ruben Bain's not Reggie White.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is. That's the other one too. You're right. Look, I saw so many videos with that dude highlighted and everything else dark. Watch this guy go, and I'm like, okay, it looks okay. I mean, I'm not putting bets. I'm not rushing to Kalshi by any means. But how's preseason's coming up, and let's talk about the Florida teams. Let's talk about Tampa, Jacksonville, Miami, and how they look. What's going into the season, which starts in just a couple weeks. So what's out there?
So let me start with just my general sentiment towards where we are with preseason football. This has become a growing trend over the years. I think it's stronger now than it has been in a while, where you're having most teams that are not playing their starters at all.
Right.
So for me, as a viewer that's trying to use some of this to gain knowledge of what to expect during the season, whether I overrate that information or not, I just want it. I want it, and then let me decide what to do with it. And these teams aren't giving it to you. Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams, really started this trend. He popularized this trend, I should say, years ago, where they don't play anybody all preseason. Any of their starters, they don't see the field. Liam Cohen, the head coach of the Jags, falls off of that Sean McVay tree, and that's what we're seeing, which is a whole lot of nothing. So if you wanted to see Brian Thomas Jr., what does Travis Hunter look like? What about Trevor Lawrence in this offense year two? We're not getting any of it. They're not playing the starters. With the Bucs, we saw a glimpse of it, but their offensive line is a little bit banged up right now, so they didn't let Baker Mayfield do anything. And with the Miami Dolphins, they played Malik Willis, their new quarterback, in week one. They didn't play him this week. They got absolutely blasted. They had a guy playing linebacker that signed with the team like hours before the game. I mean,
Lord.
It is just...
Yeah.
Here, put this on.
Is the whole idea of that is just because, I mean, we have so much information now. You have so many ways to scheme for teams. Are they really that nervous that a team could pick up on something in preseason football that would give them an edge in the regular season?
So I think that is a little part of it. I think keeping players healthy is a big part of it. But the thing is that these teams are going at it. They're going at it in joint practices. And I really think that the NFL needs to examine this, because these teams are having really competitive games on fields that are not seen by
like they're getting in fights. I mean, they're like getting in fights.
These are things that for the NFL is a cash cow. They're an entertainment juggernaut. And they've got these joint practices that are happening in front of no humans, except for I guess there's a few people that are able to attend these practices. But in terms of like the viewing audience, the millions that would check in on this, they could put this stuff on TV or on a YouTube stream. It would do insane numbers. I do think that is coming in the future because these coaches, they don't tackle in those, but they do everything else. And they go all out in these practices. And then when they get to the games, the coaches don't play anybody.
Yeah.
I think they've just it's all these analytics guys. They've received all this data that your players are more likely to get injured in a preseason setting, so they go through the motions of a joint practice. That's where you see all the fight videos come out on social. I think that's the change that we're seeing in football.
And the thing is, I mean, it's hard to argue with the injury thing because we've seen some devastating injuries happen during preseason. And it got me, who wants to do that? Who wants an Achilles tear, in a preseason game? But yet we've seen that. I mean, that's not a couple weeks. That's not like that's not an ACL thing. I mean, that's a season, dude. I mean, you can kind of get the idea of that, but.
Right. So the preseason has largely become about depth. It's about players fighting for the second and third positions on rosters. And it's a lot less interesting than it used to be, but losers like me will still watch it. So, but if you're saying what have we learned? The answer is nothing as far as what you expect to see from these teams. The only thing that I can say is what we're seeing with some of the depth. The one concern I have in terms of the in-state teams, because the Jags have the highest expectations of any of these teams, their offensive line is also banged up. I'm a little bit concerned about that. If they're not able to block and set up everything else for this offense, I think they could get off to a little bit of a slow start. Not week one, because they'll play the Browns, and the Browns are terrible. But after that, the schedule gets tough.
And the thing that sucks about that is, Trevor has spent a number, his first two seasons were spent basically running from the defense because they could not stop anybody. They couldn't slow him down even. He gets another season like that. Man, I just don't know. Again, you definitely don't want that. You worked hard to get this guy into NFL shape and to NFL passing shape. He's looked really good, but another season of this guy getting just absolutely pounded every other 3 plays doesn't seem like it's positive.
It's not. The good news is that the wide receiver position is now absolutely stacked for them, and it's so stacked that they haven't even attempted to play Travis Hunter at wide receiver. He's the guy that can go both ways,
right? Yeah,
and wasn't on the football field, people. Okay, keep it clean. They're keeping him primarily on defense, and that's kind of where he needs to live, because that's where the Jags need to protect Trevor Lawrence, and they need to get after the quarterback better on the other side. Those are the two things. If they're able to do that, I think this team could be really special this year. I'm really high on Jacksonville. I think the vibes are low for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Just with the contract strife that they had, the exit of Mike Evans.
That's the
head
one,
coach, Todd Bowles, feels like a lame duck coach.
Yeah.
And then Miami, it's a complete rebuild year. So if they win 3 games, honestly, it might be a good year.
Yeah, the Mike Evans things, man, when he left, I was just like, oh, God, it's like having a toy with 3 batteries and just somebody took just one of the batteries out. You know what that's going to do. Yeah, it's just like, it just doesn't. He was just like the culture of the team, the heart of the team. And when he left, you get the feeling that, and he didn't have to leave. That's the thing I think was the worst thing about it. He opted to leave, which leads you to believe that there's something in that locker room or in that coaching staff he just doesn't care for, and maybe he thinks that's what's kind of, stopped the team at the first game of the playoffs for the last, and he's only got a couple years left to really have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl again, and you can expect that. But man, it doesn't bode well for the Bucs. I agree. What else is out there for you, buddy? We got about 2 minutes left.
Okay, so the Cleveland Browns announced their starting quarterback for the season, and it's Deshaun Watson. Watson took to the podium after a terrible preseason performance. He has played in both weeks of the preseason. He's been bad in both.
Hold on, isn't Shedeur Sanders on that team?
He is on that team. He was in a battle. That was the quarterback competition, was Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. And I thought I've watched all of these games. Shedeur Sanders has been the better quarterback.
What's going on?
It makes no sense. And Deshaun Watson, not only was he bad, this was the first game he's played in Cleveland since 2024, and he was booed off the field by his own fans. And the coach came out today and announced Watson as the starter. It's really weird. It's hard to explain.
They gave him all the money.
Yeah,
right?
he has all the money.
It's one of two things, and maybe it's both. Deshaun Watson is owed a ton of money. But here's the thing. He'd be owed a ton of money whether he's the starting quarterback or not.
Right.
But money is definitely a factor for why he's still on the team. They don't want to just cut him loose because they owe him so much. So finances are a big part of it. The other thing is that I think we have to start to admit to ourselves, Shedeur Sanders must be... Actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm realizing that Jim is about to victory
I wonder
lap
who
this.
said that. I wonder who said whose father
Hold
could
on.
be the most arrogant, malignant, narcissist prick in all of sports and have that not go down to their son. I wonder who in the world would think that a father that overwhelmingly douchey could have an effect on their son. Oh, I know. It was this guy, Jim Colbert in Orlando, I think, who said that.
Okay. I walked right into that. Walked right into it.
That's the only reason I had you on today.
I think that I think you may be onto something.
Stop.
Shedeur Sanders, that we now have multiple examples. He must be awful behind the
Unbearable.
scenes.
Unbearable.
Absolutely unbearable. This guy was projected to be a first-round pick that goes in the 5th round, and now he has outplayed a quarterback with sexual abuse in his history who's bad, and he can't beat him out.
Yeah.
He must be falling asleep
Man.
in these team meetings.
Good Lord.
There's no other explanation for this. Everybody's focused on the Watson of it all, but I think I have had an awakening with Shedeur Sanders. He must be the worst person behind the scenes. The worst.
It's supposed to be unbearable,
I
man.
think that you're right. I
Yeah,
finally admit that you're right.
Well, his dad is that guy. So, I can't imagine that under the tutelage of Dion that he wasn't going to at least have some of that. And although Dion was ultimately talented, I hear that he was not a whole bunch of fun to be around while playing, even though he was productive. Just, you can be both of those things. You can be a complete a-hole and be productive. They're mutually exclusive events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Always
I
good
hope
seeing
you
you.
enjoyed every.
You
hope
got it. Yeah, right.
You enjoyed every moment of that.
I want you to think about what I say to you from now on. I don't open my mouth just for fun. I try to help. I try to help so much.
Oh, boy.
Give me a hug.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, without you, where would I be?
Stop. Get out of here. You guys. Good line for Brandon Kravitz, guys. What do you say there? Every day, 3 until 6, 96.9 The Game with Mike Bianchi is the best sports in all of Orlando. There he is, Brandon Kravitz. My man dipped in a second. He's like, I'm out. I'll see you later. We're going to put the bird video on.
Exactly. Peace.
All right, let's take a little break. Ray Trinley up next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic slowing down northbound on the Greenway through Oviedo, approaching Lake Jessup Bridge. It's stop and go northbound on Orange Blossom Trail near Maitland Boulevard. You're going to get stuck in some typical areas on I-4. There's also a couple accidents slowing you down eastbound near Central Florida Parkway. Crash off to the shoulder westbound before Apopka Vineland Road. There's a crash off to the shoulder there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now from $699 with exclusive student pricing from $599. Find PCs built for you at Dell.com/deals.
With Florida's heat remaining at its peak, a lot of folks are finding that their homes just never seem to stay cool. Unfortunately, that is a common concern with Florida homeowners, and the problem could be your old windows and doors. That's because vinyl windows, they're known to warp, crack, or degrade over time, letting in a lot of unwanted heat, while aluminum windows are heat conductors, actually transferring heat into your home, and nobody wants that. Renewal by Andersen to the rescue. That's because their windows and doors are made of Fibrex material built to withstand Florida's extreme heat, and their energy-efficient replacement windows and doors are designed to help keep the heat out and maintain a more consistent indoor temperature. That means a more comfortable home and lower energy costs. During their end-of-summer sale, Florida homeowners can buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free, plus special financing for 1 full year. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to claim your savings and reserve your free design consultation. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Tired of sketchy online lenders?
Then go to AmScott and talk to a real person.
Walk in with your photo ID, proof of income, and checking account info. Walk out with $50 to $1,000.
Some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
AmScott.
And there's no question that when you have plumbing problems, your entire house comes to a screeching record needle across the record kind of stop. No showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks. It sucks. You can't really operate in your home like that. That's, my friends, why it's always smart to have a really reputable plumbing company on call, and it's easy for me. It's Modern Plumbing Industries. From the instant I started doing business with these guys, they showed me how different they were by designing parts for a sink that didn't have parts for it. Simply amazing. They went back to their shop and they literally fabricated the part for my sink so I could keep the sinks I wanted to. And that's just where it starts with these guys. From houses to high rises, they can do it all. Employee owned, and they've been doing it since 1975. All plumbing issues, gas, water heaters, and so much more. And look, when you book your appointment, just simply mention the Jim Colbert Show. Get that $50 discount. But it gets better than that. How about a 40 or 50 gallon electric water heater installed for only $17.76? Or how about a camera inspection from your outside accessible clean out? Make sure that thing's good. That's only $250. That's just where it starts again. These guys are always have great deals and incredible service as well. Call today for 24-hour service. It's easy, 407-327-6000, or find them online at modernpi.com.
The countdown to the new NFL season is on.
And now, all 32 in-market local teams can be heard on the free iHeartRadio app.
He's in! That's a jet touchdown! Just open the app and search your favorite team.
Plus, Fox Sports Radio breaks it all down
as we get closer to week 1. It's crazy, and it's fun.
Join the conversation and stay locked in. Live, local games with you all season long.
Download the iHeartRadio app.
Search NFL and press play.
We're doing it, baby. Live sketch comedy makes its way to Mount Dora. 2 award-winning comedians who wrote 20 sketches are bringing their best 14. No one else needs to see the other 6. These 14, however, are a different story. Join comedians Ross Padgett from The Jim Colbert Show and Joel Warren from Good Sauce with Ross and Joel for a sketch comedy journey no audience will forget. August 29th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Bring your laughing shoes, rated 18+. More info and tickets available at realradio.fm/comedy.
Something big is coming on September the 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means Florida, from Texas to California. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Days is yours. Remember this date, September the 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. Get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers, sign up with code WTKS, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code WTKS. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves a risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms DKNG.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports context availability. Varies by state.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Radio 104.1. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Howdy-do, Colbert crew. You know him, your favorite team head in the village of Duval.
and today we raise a beer to Strange Tunes Day. If you want to hear some strange music, look up Captain Beefheart and his magic band. It's out there. Anywho, have a good show, y'all. Peace.
No, leave it just like that.
Actually, move it. There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You look like an abduction. There you go. Oh, now you're good. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
You're hired.
Thank you.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And every Monday around this time, this gentleman joins. We got to get him an intro. Why doesn't Ray have an intro?
You are my intro.
Yeah, no, but I mean, we need to be able to something, and then we at the end give it up.
All right. Well, we'll work on something. We'll workshop something.
Jack, look, we have a guy on retainer.
Yeah.
We have a guy on retainer. We can do that. OneFirmForLife.com. That's the website. That is the website for TK Law, One Firm for Life. You guys give it up good and loud for Mr. Ray Trindley.
Yay! What intro could be better than that?
Yeah, stop. It could be way better than that, for the record. You deserve better than that. I did see you on Channel 6 last week.
Man, I think I'm going to get a reputation. I think it's like my 4th or 5th interview on that topic in the last year.
Yeah.
Which is these indecent exposure cases.
You're now known as the indecent exposure attorney?
Yeah, this is the guy who flopped that out at Popeyes. Then he said, that's not good enough. I'll hold my beer. I'm going to go to, was it Chick-fil-A or Burger King or somewhere else?
I think it was a Burger King and started.
Only a mile away from the Chick-fil-A or the Popeyes.
And he started,
manipulating
whatever happens next. So those are interesting, but somehow I got on the list that anytime there's an indecent exposure case, come call Ray.
Don't do that. Do you have to defend people like that?
I've done it before. Yeah.
How do you do that?
I try not to smile. That's the key. You got to take it very seriously.
Yeah. So when you have somebody that's, when you have somebody that's guilty of something like that and you're defending them, obviously, I mean, you can choose not to do that, right?
That's right.
Could, yeah. I mean, is that one of those kind of cases that, I don't know. I mean, I know it's like when you ask an actor, what kind of roles do you like? They're like the ones that pay money. I'm an actor, and I would think maybe the lawyers have that same kind of thing a little bit, right?
Yeah. I mean, they usually fall under one or two categories, at least in what my experience has been. The one category is somebody's inebriated, can't make it to the restroom, and stops on the side of the road somewhere and gets caught. Right?
Yeah, that's different.
And that those are one flavor.
Yeah.
And then the other side of it is, unfortunately, mental health issues. Incredibly common. And
because when you're helicoptering in front of the play area.
Yeah,
that's a different machine.
And it's usually family members and friends that are just trying to get them the services they need. And unfortunately, the way our system works is you kind of have to mess up before the court system gets involved.
Right.
It helps you solve these problems.
Right.
And so the family's been waiting, unfortunately, for something like this to happen. And they said, okay, great, this is our opportunity. Get the court to intervene, get them into mental health court or something like that. And so, but, the cases recently, these are the examples where it's 4th and 5th time offenders with the same thing, the registered sex offenders getting hit with the same charges. And so, it's really become a discussion on, how do we solve the problem? Because obviously throwing people in prison
that's not going to do
not doing it.
I mean, that's not the rehab they really need.
No.
And it's not going to go well for them there when they do stuff like that either. So,
No.
interesting stuff, though. It was actually a good shot, too. They did a good job.
Thank you.
Ray is the chief lawyer over at TK Law. Again, OneFirmForLife.com. They handle a lot of different kind of scenarios, whether it be divorces, stuff we just talked about there, trip and fall cases, even some real estate cases, family estate cases. They do everything that you need. If you ever have a situation where you need to call somebody, just call Ray. I've done it 100 times with my family. I just was on the phone with him with a legal issue just not even 3 or 4 months ago. Just some quick advice. It always works out great to get a nice, solid head that does this kind of thing all the time to give you good advice so you don't make that big mistake or not make that mistake or not make that move you should be making.
I mean, that was a conversation I had with the gentleman today. He was at a place where he had been given his wife had hired an attorney and being given contract after contract after contract to sign. And he's like, before I sign this, what should I know? And I was like, well, I'm glad you didn't sign this because this is what this means. This is what this means. And I think that they'll still resolve their case. Maybe he hires me, maybe he doesn't. I think they'll still resolve their case. But it's just the knowledge of knowing what you're walking into allows you to make a decision on whether or not it's really in your best interest, whether or not it's worth the compromise.
We try to do that every day.
Well, I appreciate it very much, and I think you do a good job. You sent a case over today. I think it's kind of interesting because I know a lot of people lean on this technology for really bettering their lives, and it turns out maybe it might not be that accurate.
And what struck me about this story is the technology seemed so amazing, so unbelievable. I was thinking about spending $600 for this piece of technology,
right? Yeah,
because it could solve so many problems. It's these Aura sleep tracking rings.
Yeah.
And what they advertise is they can track your sleep stage. So from I love that. If it sounds too good to be true, it might be too good to be true.
That sounded like a mom not convinced that you're really going to your friend's house to spend the night.
I swear that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And so they promised 97% accuracy in tracking your sleep state. So going from awake to sleep to deep sleep and then REM sleep. And that's what they advertise. And they've been selling these little rings. I think they're on generation 3 right now, that can track this stuff. And they have their app and everything else. And apparently there's been and they say compared to sleep studies, right? So these are professional sleep studies that they're comparing this to. Well, apparently with independent testing, it's really more like in the 70% range.
And even then, AI generated, like when they did an AI thing on it, the AI estimated that it had a coin flip chance of being correct.
I was going to say. And so outside of the independent research, there's been, AI running their algorithms and scenarios to say it's really just a coin flip that they're getting this right or not.
Right.
And so there's been a class action lawsuit filed in California that if you're somebody who's purchased one of these rings and the person, who's the head person of this class action lawsuit said, like, I believe the literature, I believe the advertisements, I believe the marketing. And so she's suing them for fraud, misrepresentation, unjust enrichment, which basically means they took your money without deserving it. And it's going to be a brand new class action lawsuit. And it really kind of goes back to what we've talked about in the show in the past, which is being acutely aware of what you're buying and why.
Yeah, because the complaint here, it's so funny because they sum this up in one sentence that's pretty definitive, dude. They go, the complaint goes on to allege that Aura cannot measure sleep or cycles because, quote, sleep happens in the brain, not on your finger.
Right. It doesn't matter.
That's crazy, right? I guess your heartbeat and blood pressure maybe and body temperature can be measured through
pulse,
that.
Right?
Yeah, pulse, right, yeah.
But it doesn't match. It doesn't measure your eye twitches. It doesn't measure your brain waves and the other things that they're talking about, which is really the best indicators for whether or not you're in deep sleep or not.
Yeah. And the law firm actually even says something I think is just equally as profound. It just says when people rely on device to guide decisions about their health, misinformation cannot be tolerated.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, because they're offering medical assistance here. This is more than just like a ring. This is basically telling you, how your body's sleeping, and if it's not doing it, to take this kind of action or do this or do that. It's actually kind of giving you advice based on the protocol.
Right. And to the point of people using, they tell you specifically don't take this as medical advice. So, maybe there's some disclaimer there.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But the reality is you're inducing people to spend $600 to buy this technology with the sole purpose. I couldn't find any other purpose for these rings other than some type of health benefit, some sleep tracking. Which it's not capable of doing.
So let me ask you, that's actually a very interesting question.
According to the allegations.
Yeah. I just found the paragraph you're talking about in the story, and I do find this fascinating. It says here, quote, while Aura Ring is not a medical device or substitute for a clinical sleep study, Aura's sleep staging has been validated and compared favorably in multiple studies against, I'm not going to try to say that word, but it's the machine it uses to measure that, which they consider the gold standard.
Right.
But how can you have the best of both worlds there? How can you market a ring that you basically says does this stuff and then disclaim, go, oh, by the way, although he said it can do this stuff, this isn't a medical device. What would you consider it? A novelty?
No.
What would it be then? If it's not a medical device, how would they explain that? An information gatherer?
It's the same reason when you buy a chair, they say don't lean back on it, don't sit on it, don't stand on it. You buy a chair for the purpose of sitting.
Right, yeah.
But then they disclaim basically any use you'd have for a chair other than specifically sitting and not moving ever.
Right.
It's the same kind of idea. And we call that's a product's liability concept. So any product you have, your cell phone,
right.
your car, a chainsaw.
Sure.
they don't want to be sued for things that they're not anticipating being sued for. And so what they're trying to say is, like, if you die from a heart attack and all the signs were there that you had, some type of arrhythmia or some type of, heart issue that, and we didn't detect it and tell you, hey, you're going to have a heart attack, go to the hospital. You're not relying on us as a medical device.
Right.
All we are doing is tracking the sleep stuff. And that's where, again, I think that they are boxing themselves in, because with those disclaimers and the advertisements, which is we can track these sleep stages, they're really basically advertising that this can actually do what we're purporting it to do.
Right.
And there's really no other purpose for this device.
Right. That would be my argument. I'm like, okay, well, if it's not a medical device, what is it?
Right.
I mean, it's a sleep tracker. Why?
But it doesn't track sleep well.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah. You're not even accurate there. So what is it? I would make them answer that question. So, I mean, when you look at this and you read this, I'm only seeing this brief story you sent me over. I mean, when you look at the overview of this entire case, I mean, do you think the class action has a shot?
I mean, it seems like from what we could tell from the complaint and the lawsuit, it seems like it's got some legs. I imagine Aura, if they decide they want to take this thing to a court, they're going to focus a lot on the technical data, the tests that they've run, to say that, when we ran this test, this is what happened. And, maybe that's just a certain type of person this doesn't work on, right? Then they'll try to limit their exposure as much as possible. But, I mean, just from the lawsuit that we see that's been raised, it seems pretty valid, and I see other law firms across the country that are already advertising these lawsuits.
How could you possibly negotiate this? Like, what? I mean, you look at the Peloton case,
it's all
right?
money.
Yeah, I know, I understand that, but I mean, what would you give back? Like the full value of the ring? I mean, it does have some value to the person. I mean, the person could say, look, I only bought it to track my sleep, and it's done a pretty good job of that. I wasn't leaning on it for this, but I mean, look, if there's a class action lawsuit and they want to give me money, I mean, I guess, but I mean, what's the protocol there? How does that happen?
I guess I don't have the data on how many of these rings are out there in the market.
I guess there's a whole bunch of them.
But there's a bunch.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's the first thing you have to figure out is how many people have been injured by this false, and misrepresented advertising. Once you figure that out, then it becomes a math problem. I don't think they're going to give you the whole value of the technology unless it's like we've talked about before with this technology where you are the data that they're trying to mine, and if they can resell that somehow. But I don't think they're going to give you full value back.
Yeah.
They'll probably give you $250 off this $600 ring or something like that.
I think the one they said here was like $300. Did you already look it up, Jack?
No, Ray, I want to know, does my Apple Watch still tell me how I sleep?
That's what I was thinking about, actually, was because Apple, my Apple Watch says my heart rate variability is high or low or whatever. I don't know.
But that's
it's getting better.
But that's just an app on a watch. The watch is a watch that does a bunch of other things. That's just an add-on to it.
Correct.
5.5 million Aura rings were sold.
Wow.
5.5 million.
Yeah.
But with the Apple Watch, they do promote the health
feature.
Yeah, the health feature on it.
But to keep your pulse storing and run and stuff like that, I mean, that is a health feature.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not telling, it's not
representing that.
Yeah, none of that.
Right. They're tracking your pulse.
Right,
and, what made me think of the Apple Watch itself, not that Apple's having the same issues, and maybe it does, I don't know. But I don't know if you guys remember, they did an advertisement like about a year ago where the guy said that he saw that he had an abnormal heart rate, and he went to the hospital, and they found out he was having a mini heart attack before he had a big heart attack.
No way.
You guys remember that ad?
Yes.
I don't remember that, no. The only one I remember from the Apple Watch is the time that the dude was having an affair.
Yeah, and he kept going up.
Yeah. Is it linked with his wife's laptop or whatever?
Yeah.
And she saw, it was like 4 a.m, and she saw his heart rate go to like 170.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And it wasn't going to working out.
He must have been in East Palestine, Ohio, with the owner of the 49ers. Did you guys see that story?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh.
Why do they do that?
I have no idea.
We only got a couple minutes, but why do powerful men, Robert Kraft got caught up in this? Remember Hugh Grant back in the day, big powerful actor got caught up in this. Why do powerful rich men want hookers?
I have no idea.
And, I mean,
you're asking the wrong guy. I don't know.
All these people can hire like really I mean, beautiful escorts, people who are, 10, 20 grand a night, but also the discretion is 100%. You're getting someone of, I hate saying this when it comes to prostitution, but you're getting the creme de la creme of possibilities there.
Yeah, that's a bad phrase for this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they like the nasty. I think they want the stuff their wives won't get them. I think they want to get a little freaky, dude, and they're afraid to ask anybody else to do that stuff, and the hookers ain't going to say anything. That's probably the lightest thing they've done.
So your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I'm with you, right? My thought would be, not that I would ever do this. Love my wife very much.
Yeah.
You'd want someone who's not going to say anything.
Right, yeah.
Right? You don't want somebody who's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, because
who can just, call any news reporter in the country.
Like even one of these, even a high dollar Vegas hooker. If she finds out.
Is that where the creme de la creme is?
It's not, but what I'm saying is this. I'll explain myself. If they find out you're worth $1 billion, right? And this guy who owns the Giants is worth well over $1 billion, right? You're going to be a multi-billionaire to own an NFL franchise or whatever now. I mean, there's a possibility for extortion there. That's why you pay that extra money for that discretion, because you're paying somebody 30 or 40 grand, which is a penny comparatively to their overall wealth.
Right. They can extort anybody. Why you?
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's like your chances of that happening are so greatly diminished. I just don't get it. Look at this guy. His mugshots all over the place. What an embarrassment, man.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, dude, it's really bad.
Andy showed up to a trailer park.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what he wants.
But because do you guys remember the train wreck that happened in East Palestine, Ohio? With all the chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't imagine it's a very good place to be at all.
Well, you might get some extra body parts you can't get in other areas of the country. You know what I'm saying?
Look what Tiger Woods. I mean, look at the people that Tiger Woods picked to have affairs
Tiger Woods
with.
was an addict, right? So,
okay.
Nobody else believes that? I don't think he could control himself.
You are a lawyer. That is the lawyerist thing you've ever said in your entire life.
But anyway, it was an interesting story.
For sure. I appreciate that. God, I would love to talk to you about the Sony issue as well, because I think it's fascinating. And I don't know how they do that. I guess in the small print, I guess you can find that, but I don't know.
Talk about that next week if you want.
Yeah, hang loose right there for a second. Deb, got some news for us?
Yeah, a flesh-eating bacteria claims another life in Florida.
No.
The verdict's in for a downtown shooting, and whoa, didn't expect to see that at the beach. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got to take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news, spend a few more minutes with our good friend Ray Trenley, and then we'll get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
The chance for showers and thunderstorms a little lower as we kick off our work week. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. We'll see a few from time to time through the remainder of the evening, but they'll fade away tonight with temperatures dipping back into the middle and upper 70s. Our Tuesday starts to feature higher rain chances, back around 40%. So hit or miss showers and thunderstorms, the name of the game for the afternoon and evening. With the help of the sea breezes, a couple storms could be on the stronger side as highs round out in the low to mid 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
In this edition of the Marketer's Report, Chris Eppel, head of marketing for the Americas, Harman JBL, weighs in on the importance of audio.
It's been amazing over the last couple of years to see what's happened with audio. We've doubled our investment in the last 2 years in the audio space. We find it to be highly critical to our business.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Listen up, Orlando. The biggest Kia event of the summer is happening now at Greenway Kia. With 3 Central Florida locations, that's over 1,000 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. And when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle, giving you the maximum value possible. Plus, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Are you trapped in a timeshare you don't use, want, or can't get rid of?
I endorse Lone Star Transfer. They are a family-owned company that's helped more than 40,000 owners legally and ethically exit their timeshares. I trust them. They'll review your situation, create a customized exit plan designed specifically for you. Please go to LoneStarTransfer.com or call 855-551-7066.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you looking for information on a reverse mortgage or HELOC? It's so easy to get a quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
The future of cornhole is here. From casual backyard games to professional ACL tournaments, the Cornhole app is your all-in-one hub for the game you love. Keep score, track stats, follow your favorite players, and manage leagues and tournaments with powerful event tools. Whether you're a brand new player or an ACL pro, the Cornhole app connects you to the entire Cornhole community. Download the Cornhole app today.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Heather Sparks, head of content at Zenith, discusses the power of radio hosts.
I actually think DJs were the original influencers. You invited them into your home, you invited them into your ear, you built a relationship with them, you understood and trusted the things that were interesting to them.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So looking ahead tomorrow on Real Radio. It's a Tuesday. That means Detective Barb on the Monsters, trying to catch some bad guys and also help your kids be more prepared. That's Crime Line, and we appreciate them. Also, Angelique might be stopping by. It's the Monsters on a Tuesday. Now, when it comes time for you to look ahead for you and your family's future in the world of estate planning, wills, living wills, last wills, or even trusts, you can trust Ray Trenley and his team at TK Law. Offices in DeLand and Altamont Springs, online at onefirmforlife.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. It's time for a talkback purge on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah, right there, Jimmy. Let's cut the crap and get down to the brass tacks of the situation here. You can in no way, shape, or form blame Miss Deborah here for you getting lost on the way to her wedding, on the day of her wedding.
Yeah.
The most important day of her life.
Yeah.
And you almost mucked it up.
Yeah. You mucked it
There
up.
already is an analog
You mucker.
revolution, and it's stupid. I got a coworker, and he was saying that a physical copy for his version of a game that plays on the PlayStation 2 is now like $400.
Yeah.
Because he has the physical copy.
It's bananas.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Colbert crew, maybe y'all could help me figure something out. I pass by a psychic's office on 441 there in Leesburg from time to time. Place has been there for decades. They have a big sign out in front with their phone number on it. Now, why would I have to call to make an appointment? Wouldn't they just know when I'm coming by?
Oh, my God.
He's got a point.
Does he?
Mr. Jim,
Oh, God.
Why did the guy keep scratching his balls? Well, 'cause he forgot to chalk up his stick. 8-ball, corner pocket.
Flip the pancake.
That's the purge.
Woo!
Shake it off.
You know when you work out and then you go to sleep and you wake up the next morning and you can't move?
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yeah.
Ray Trinley still in studio.
Hi.
Doing phone stuff. Yeah. OneFirmForLife.com, Altamont and DeLand. Those are where the offices are. And if you want to get a lawyer that'll pay attention to your case, doggedly pay attention to your case, give Ray a call. These guys are really good at what they do and has saved my little ass quite a few times, big dog. I was going through the numbers the other day. I think it's been at least 4 situations that you have been quite helpful in for my family and I. And
I would
we've
say
been,
at least.
we've been very grateful for that. And I know that other people.
I like his, yeah.
Son of a bitch, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you, you blinker?
No, you don't keep count when you're talking to friends. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, I know, man. But you do a good job for us. And the funny thing is I'll tell you something else. I'm going to get into Deb's News here in a second. The good thing about having a guy like Ray on your side is this. You never feel like you don't have a chance. Like when there's a scenario that pops up, whether it be a real estate deal, a bad deal with a boss, whatever the case may be, in the back of your head, you always know, like, look, man, I'm going to give my man a call. There's an answer somewhere here, and we'll figure it out. That's what you've been to us.
I love that.
You've been absolutely great for sure. All right, Deb, let's get some news.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
Another person in Florida has died from a flesh-eating bacteria. According to data from the Florida Department of Health, it's the 3rd death in less than a month.
Crazy.
This as total cases continue to rise across the Gulf Coast region. You had a little 8-year-old girl in Louisiana also die. The bacteria occur naturally in warm seawater, and most get sick from eating raw or undercooked shellfish. Cases tend to spike in Florida after hurricanes or other storms that leave standing water.
Yeah, you remember in New Orleans, it was, or in Louisiana, in the bayou there, it was just somebody who scratched themselves while on the boat ramp. That's all it takes. It just has. That's why we always tell you when these hurricanes come through and there's flooding, whatever you do not go in that water.
Yeah.
Do not do it. You are walking in sewage. It's basically the same thing, man.
In a lot of cases, yeah. All right, a jury has found Jalen Edgar guilty in the 2024 downtown Orlando Halloween shooting. The shooting killed Tyreek Hill and Timothy Schmidt Jr. and wounded 7 others. Edgar faces life in prison with sentencing to come later.
An emotionless monster. I saw the video of him being walked in and out of the court, and a dude had no remorse, no facial expressions, no nothing.
That'll be a part of the judge's findings when they get into that sentence.
I'm sure. And all I could see was a baby-faced 19-year-old that's now looking at spending the rest of his life behind bars.
Can't get him back there fast enough for me.
A woman is okay after her plane made an emergency water landing in Palm Beach County. The twin-engine plane was removed from the water yesterday after it landed Saturday off the coast of Boca Raton near South Beach Park. People like Lisa Koch tell CBS 12 News in Miami they're surprised to see it being taken apart.
Don't typically see something like this in Boca, maybe the airport.
The FAA says it took off from Fort Myers, was heading to the Bahamas. Rescuers brought the 23-year-old pilot, Faith Tankley, on board to the hospital as a precaution. She said she had engine trouble and broken landing gear. She's incredibly fortunate she was able to swim away from the incident.
She did a really good job landing in that plane with no incidents with anybody on the ground either. She landed it in just shallow enough water. I watched the landing where she was able to get out safely, and they would still be able to get the plane out of there pretty easily as well.
They got it out.
And at only 23 years old,
crazy,
right?
Yeah.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Good job, Deborah. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Who do we have to thank today, young lady?
The friendliest attorney, Ray Trinley from TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Jack became an adult during that.
He did. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Also want to thank Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game, Emily the Movie Girl, just in case you missed Brandon talking sports or Emily's review of the movies. Their podcasts have already been posted to the Jim Colbert Show. And last but never least, Sam Bowe and Candace Rich and Alicia Badass Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that more than you know. We really, really, really do. Jack, question the day.
In our YouTube chat, do you or did you know Little Death referred to an orgasm before today?
Did you know that, Ray?
I'm still learning it.
Okay, very good. So
I never heard about
none
this
of the dudes,
orgasm thing you mentioned.
None of the dudes, all the chicks. Bad news.
Yeah.
How many?
18%.
23%.
Oh,
wow, that's close.
My first guess was going to be 22, but I didn't think it was that high.
Yeah, it's Le Petit Mort.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we'll have What You Do That's New. We have Ross's Choice coming in tomorrow. We also have It's Only Money tomorrow, and we also have
a special guest with a representative from the League of Cities to discuss the Amendment 3 on the ballot.
which is the property tax amendment.
Yes.
Yeah, just give you an idea. We're trying to keep up on that a little bit, keep you guys informed as we go into the voting season so you understand exactly what's on the line if you do vote yes or no for that. We'll have him in tomorrow and be able to discuss that. Thanks for listening today. We appreciate that. Ray, you're the best.
I appreciate you all.
Again, that's onefirmforlife.com. TK Law offices right there in Altamont and in DeLand. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters of the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you Tuesday. Bye.
Yep, you got it, Toyota.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's some debris on the roadway slowing things down on I-4 eastbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. Off-ramp backups piled up due to an accident from I-4 westbound to 408. That off-ramp's partially blocked there. Look out for a crash westbound on I-4 near Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound on the beach line near Tradeport Drive. Traffic starting to slow down there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866